Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a stimulus update for you for 10/12/2020. Someone asked me why I go live. I'll get that out of the way. I do live instead of offline because I don't want to be scripted and I want people to see that I am here to give you the news that you guys crave. Anyways, to make this video short and sweet today, I want to watch TV. It's cloudy and gonna rain and stuff. The stimulus update is this. There's two parts to it. Part one is going to be interesting because part one talks about the American people wanting stimulus. Now, to get stimulus for you guys, the American people have turned around this morning and basically have given you guys a stimulus check. Or not stimulus check, but planning a stimulus check, okay? Unfortunately, right now you got confirmation hearings for Amy Coney Barrett, which everyone wants to get in so Donald Trump can use her to keep the election and say everything's fraud, including your vote doesn't count. So the update is Donald Trump basically came out, remember several months ago, he said one word's all I need to spend $300 billion to give the American people $1,200 to get revoted. Nancy Pelosi won't, but her own party says take the $1.8 trillion. The problem is there's $1.8 trillion on the table, but that's just an idea. It's not paper, it's not concrete. The problem is because his own party says take it. The problem is Mitch McConnell won't pass it. So even if they offered $1.8 trillion, Donald Trump says, oh, yeah, the Republicans will take. Mitch McConnell said Friday that they're focused on the Supreme Court nomination and their election. They don't give two shits about the people. And there's only maybe 10 senators, which, by the way, I did some research for you guys. The only senators that care about stimulus updates right now are getting a stimulus package updated and passed is about the 10 plus senators, the senators, the Republican senators that are up for re-election. So, that's the other thing you guys need to know. They're up for re-election. So, because they're up for re-election, you do the math, right? So they're the ones that only are worried about you getting a stimulus check, PPP loans, or unemployment. Now, I have something else to share with you this morning, okay? Being a person that doesn't sugarcoat anything and never asks and fakes things and clickbaits things, to get viewers and subscribers because my subscriber base ain't that good. I do have something that might be of an interest to you all. No, not blowing my nose, all right? The interested is this. Donald Trump today stated that he wanted one word to pass this $1,200. This is the executive order. Nancy Pelosi won't go below $2.2 trillion because the American people need to realize that we need it. We need more money, right? So what happens in the stimulus thing is they're basically back and forth. Mitch McConnell said he won't pass jack shit anyway. So, yeah, Mitch McConnell saying no. You got Nancy Pelosi saying no, and you got Donald Trump saying, this, whereas you got the Democrats and Nancy Pelosi's party saying, look, you're only $400 billion shy from what we want. Take it. Fortunately, Nancy Pelosi won't because, honestly, Nancy Pelosi knows the Democrats know that the Republicans won't pass it anyway. I mean, if they offered 1.8, do you think Mitch McConnell's going to be on board when he has every senator basically turning around? I mean, look, they couldn't even pass they only had 53 senators on board with their skinny cow bill, and that didn't go through either, right? So look what's going to happen. So Nancy Pelosi turns around and well, you get the rest, right? So Nancy Pelosi sitting there playing politics. You got the American people say, we'll take the 1.8 trillion. Unfortunately, Mitch McConnell said, no, we're not taking it. There's a short margin of error that the Republican Party that's up for re-election will get reelected based off, or not reelected based off the stimulus. I mean, that's the truth. They're basing it off something that's highly accurate. I mean, look, let's break it down. The reason your stimulus checks are being on hold is everyone thinks there's a nice V recovery. And as long as a V recovery happens, guess what happens? The American people don't see a stimulus. The Republicans are saying, look, economy's rebalancing back and forth, right? Well, you look at the numbers from the Wall Street Journal and other financial aid papers, election's coming. And because of it, it's not good. So they're talking about having hearings this week and passing Coley Barrett next week. Fortunately, that's not going to happen. So a fucking thorn in my... Where's my knife? Hold on a sec. No, I'm not talking about doing anything stupid. I got a thorn embedded in my pants, which is annoying the hell out of me, which means it requires a little bit of tweezers to get out. That's why I keep this knife here. So, just want to know where the hell it went. It was hurting me a minute ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get this thorn out. Yet it's in my pants. And then trying to find it every time after it sticks is a different thing. So I can embed it in my pants, you know? And then the tweezers aren't going too good. That's... Ow. See, that's the thing. Here, is this it? No. I don't know where it went. Thing I can't see. That's with even my glasses. I'm blind, but I know there's a thorn somewhere. You can feel it, but I can't feel it right now. Anyways, it hurts. So, anyways, back to the story. All right, I've delayed it long enough. Sorry for delaying your precious stimulus check time. With me being sidetracked trying to get a thorn out of me. I guess the thorn's not as more important than you guys having your stimulus update. My trusty knife I've had for so many years. It's got a fish on it. All right, so basically they're saying take the $1.8 trillion deal. Fortunately, Mitch McConnell won't budge. You know, and Donald Trump says, "Oh yes, he's going to pass it and stuff." But the truth of the matter is, it's not going to pass. It won't pass. So it won't pass, and that's because Mitch McConnell doesn't want it to pass. And they think because there's only a few senators up for re-election, it doesn't matter. They can ride this through. But it might just bite him in the ass anyways, basically turn around and see the American people sit there and say, well, look, American people are suffering. You didn't give me a stimulus check, so fuck you. I'm going to fucking vote you Republican bastards out. And what if the Republican bastards all get out in the Senate and the Senate flips blue, huh? Then what happens? Donald Trump can turn around and say, Amy, it was all rigged. It was all rigged. All my people. I mean, literally, come on. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but we need to wait nice and patiently before we sit there and assume he's going to go and make a freaking ass out of the country by saying everything was rigged. I mean, I'm tired of hearing this. I've done my own research. I know what's true and false. I'm not going to have anyone tell me I'm doing and reading stupid shit or the local rags. I don't care. Okay, what I care about is the American people. People need to know this. I'm also basically stating for the record, when I do these videos, I'm also basically not taking sides. And two is I got to play a devil's advocate at times. So can I continue? So basically, Donald Trump turned around in a video and he stated that he wants to give more money to stimulus. Big stimulus check, $1,200. Americans want the $1,200. The Americans don't want the $1,200. The Americans want more than $1,200. That's the thing. They're basically, I've seen the silent majority say if they try to get bribed with $1,200, they'll take the $1,200 and vote for Biden anyways. Due to the fact that they're going to be homeless anyways. So let's continue. Second thing is he's talking about more money for PPP loans. Yet every time you turn around, the rich were getting the PPP loans and the poor people weren't getting much. You had to go through different channels to get PPP loans. Third, he was talking about, and I know if Justin was here this morning, I think Justin would be angry, all right? I don't know if he's still with us or not. I hope so. So anyways, what happened this morning also was that he said airline bailouts. He didn't say unemployment. He said airline bailouts. We need to get airlines as a business. It's a hard business to run, you know, and we need to bail them out. You hear? He said we need to bail them out. He didn't say we need to bail out the people on unemployment, you know, the ones that have no unemployment. No. To him, he turned to us and said we need to bail out the airlines. I mean, literally, what he's doing is he's basically cementing his loss to Biden if he keeps doing this. And I'm sorry to say I'm playing devil's advocate here, but look at it from my perspective. I mean, me and Pee Wee has had great debates, all right? And honestly, I can clearly tell you, and Gail too, for that matter, but I can clearly tell you as a channel non-politics and mostly stimulus checks, and I'm just going to base it on stimulus checks, that if the American people, the silent majority, don't get it, and by the way, the silent majority, I've seen the silent majority move in the last week, okay? The last week it was no stimulus, no votes. Now it's if they can't pass stimulus, yet they're going to pass the Supreme Court nomination, we're voting for Biden. And a lot of them say the silent majority saying they want to stack the deck in the courthouse and basically thump Trump, you know, and that's a good idea if you want to stack the deck, plain and simple. Unfortunately, you know, again, the American people need to realize that, you know, the silent majority, I mean, every day the silent majority is going to change. And when I talk about the silent majority in general, I'm talking about it as in, and I won't let anyone persuade me. That's the thing. People come in here and say, oh, the silent majority is for Trump. No, it isn't. The silent majority wants Biden. I mean, look at the blue states. They're going to basically do it. Look at the polls, the national polls. They got new rules put into place for the electorates. They can't take kickbacks. They take a kickback after their constituents say silent majority or the majority are saying Biden, and they go Trump. They're going to be basically having trouble, and that's where we got checks and balances. In the meantime, we as in people need to just sit back and wait and not talk about stimulus checks and, you know, stuff, because it's not going to happen. All these people are saying, I mean, look, if there was going to be an executive order, wouldn't he have done it instead of sat around saying one word's all I need, one word's all I need, Pelosi? And this is the other thing he said in the debate this morning, you know, in an argument, he's out campaigning. I was quarantined for so long, Evan, he's just getting up and walking away. Oh, it's mild. What if he infects half the country, huh? And then what? He infects everyone around him. And all of his followers get it. Then what? I want people to think about that before they turn around and say, oh, he's the king, he's great. Yesterday we had a Trump troll in here. We got rid of him really quickly. Well, when I gave the wrench position to Sassy, he took care of it. And then we found out yesterday that Joe was bullshitting, literally. Now I was talking about Asian guys. I thought he wanted Mexican women. Anyways, basically Nancy Pelosi's basically being the excuse today by Donald Trump that China is being at fault for his polls going down the shitter. Unfortunately, this isn't about poll numbers. This is about the American people suffering. And you know what? I think Justin was right the other day. I should run for Congress and the Senate. My vote would be here. I'd probably be the no-go vote, the minister that you couldn't, the minister, congressional person that could not be bribed. I mean, literally. Good morning, Sassy. I see you're smiling. Is it because you got a wrench next to your name? The hell is this? Tastes a little different. Morning. So, Donald Trump this morning is blaming Nancy Pelosi for you guys not getting a stimulus check. Nancy Pelosi has been pushed to take the $1.8 trillion. The problem is the Republican Party couldn't even pass a $500 billion bill. Do you think they're going to pass a $1.8 trillion bill 24 days before the election? Besides, let me tell you a story. Hold on a sec. Hey, Google, how many days till November 3rd?
November 3rd, 2020 is in 22 days.
So, in about 3 weeks from tomorrow, we have an election, okay? I want you to picture what's going on in the election terms, okay? So, Donald Trump decides to force Amy Coney Barrett, right? Let's just say other senators get sick and it gets stalled. He doesn't like it, right? That's scenario one. Meanwhile, the American people are sitting there watching, thinking he can only double down, triple down, or save the country by having Amy Coney Barrett. Fortunately, you're going to see a giant circus in the next week. The American people is going to gobble up. Half of them are going to believe it, half aren't going to believe it, or whatever, right? Meantime, while the American people are suffering from the week of the 12th to the 19th, right? They're going to get an earful of all this, newspapers and everything. Now, I know Pee Wee basically, she supports her president. Like I said, I'm neutral. The reason I'm neutral is because this is an election year, and frankly, I don't want to lose friends. I've already been accused of being a Republican, all right? Fortunately, the problem is I am not a Republican. Far from it. But the American people need to realize that we are watching unprecedented times when it comes to what's going on in the world. Look around. The American people are suffering. And if you look at the calendar, today's the 12th. No, it's a holiday. Congress is trying to do Donald Trump's bidding. Or the Senate, I should say. Congress, they won't budge. They want 2.2 trillion or higher, but look what's going on in the world. The American people are suffering. Yet, from the 12th to the 19th, we're going to have a split side. That's why I'm not basically voting either or. Plain and simple. I don't want to vote. Anyways, the American people are Sad, you know. Mail delivery is slow. So I was just checking something. So it seems my sister maybe, I don't know, she might have been hit her account. Oh, well, whatever. I still love my sister, Melissa, so if she's watching this, you and Sarah love dearly. So, anyways, the point is the American people are turning around, right? I should email her. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, get out there and get a job, but with transportation stopped, I mean, federal government needs to bail out the transportation department. Look at my cousin, she runs the inner city transit in Oregon, yet she's been furloughed with everyone else. Should send a message. Just say, hey, what's up? So, anyways, the deal goes that the American people are suffering to no end. There's Republicans and then there's Democrats. Now, I think some of the Republicans um, realize that they need some extra help. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Republicans think that Americans should go back to work. Fortunately, some states are in lockdown. I mean, look at here for example. We were talking about that this morning. I think it was. No, it was yesterday. Someone said something like blue states are in lockdown, red states are open. I don't remember if it was Justin or it wasn't you, was it, Sassy? No, it might have been you, Sassy. How's that leg, by the way, brother? So, but anyways, the update is Nancy Pelosi won't budge on 1.8 trillion due to the fact she knows the Republicans won't give in. Whereas Donald Trump's blaming Nancy Pelosi for not getting money out to the people. Unfortunately, Nancy Pelosi isn't to blame because it's Mitch McConnell. If it goes to Mitch McConnell's desk right before the election, do you really think they want to sign it? No. Mitch McConnell is already bitching at the fact that he's got to be there to do the Senate nomination for the nomination, I should say, for the Supreme Court while he wants to be out campaigning. Instead, he's basically doing this, which is going to make the entire Republican Party look like douchebags. Well, I took my morning meds too this morning, brother. So, I wasn't going to be on this long, but today, Chloe told me this last night to go get a shower this morning or this afternoon. I have this problem, Sassy, between you and I, where if someone takes a shower first, I get discouraged, and so sometimes I can go days without it. That's why the perfume bottle keeps going down a bit. But I ordered some more, so. You know how it is. Remember the old joke last night with the rest? How we were talking about, you know, avoid the perfume because it might stink because of whatever. Yeah. So everyone who's tuned in this morning talking about stimulus checks. So Donald Trump's blaming Pelosi. Pelosi's not at fault. Okay. He's just trying to get a victory for himself in the election. Unfortunately, he's upset also that his second debate was canceled because they don't trust him to infect everyone with the virus. So they're like, no, they don't. He doesn't want to go ahead with his thing where they can actually flip the microphone. And so anyways, I got this project I'm working off and on. I think if the weather's the way it is, Thursday, Chloe will go to Walmart. That's if that check comes in because she wants to get it put in the bank. Actually, she can get it, taking it all out in cash if she wants. Fortunately, the problem is because this is general chat, I will just say, that check isn't in the mail. I was pissed off at the post office so bad that Chloe's going to mount down there tomorrow morning and demand it. Demand it. I told her we'll print it out too. We'll print it out on a printer, and she could basically give her ID and say, "Where is it? You guys are supposed to deliver Friday, and it's Tuesday." And Chloe's going to basically be down there at 7 a.m. to yell at these bastards, So, because to her that's her Christmas money, and other things. So the weather has changed. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and then be partly cloudy. And the low, so until Monday the 25th, then it changes to rain. But, you can't trust the weather anyways. And you also got to keep an eye on the wind variables if I want to smoke a pipe outside. I do want to get out from time to time, too. So, but anyways, let's talk about stimulus checks again. So Mitch McConnell basically said absolutely he won't pass even 1.8 trillion. Nancy knows it. So Nancy's just sitting there trying to play nice. Whereas, people think Larry Kudlow is just talking through his ass, But to me, one of the things that I've decided to do on this channel is to not focus on taking anything to do with the Senate confirmation hearings, because I just don't want to watch it. So, anyways, that's something I wanted to say. I'm more interested in news on stimulus, but they're going to basically keep, So, we're not going to focus on anything about Amy Coney Barrett at all. So, but anyways, the American people, like I said, so anyways, basically, we're not going to talk about that. We're focused on stimulus checks. You see, the Amy Coney Barrett thing is basically a sideshow. Basically, if they can get it passed, and they think they can secure the election for Donald Trump, and dissolve Obamacare too, and dissolve Roe versus Wade. Which, to me, I'm not going to talk about my own thoughts on abortions, because my job is to keep you guys informed about stimulus checks. And right now, like I said, from the 12th to the 19th, okay, here's what I wanted to say. Learn the confirmation hearings. They're trying to ram it through, right? The American people are watching closely. And when they don't see a stimulus package proposed this week, which it won't, they say it might be proposed next week, but that's next week. If then. In the meantime, the White House is doing smokes and mirrors. One word for $300 billion to be diverted ain't gonna happen. And then $2.2 trillion. I mean, the thing is $1,200 right now won't go far. Literally, I was just shopping for something the other day, and Chloe's like, "Oh yeah, I want that," and Chloe's like, "Oh, I want that," And so, I hope I can brief my couple people soon, business email wise soon, but it's not time. So, anyways, oh look, apparently there's a Monday Night Football on Amazon. That might be good to watch tonight. Let me see. I haven't watched a good football game in a while. There we go. Let's look at it. Nope, won't do it. Oh well. So, but anyways, the American people, are going to be watching this next week. When they see no money coming in yet, Amy Coney Barrett's more important. Biden's just waiting his Biden is time. Biden, not Biden. Biden is time. Biden is time to wait for, abiding his time. I'm waiting for this to get through, and then that'll be on the course of saying, look, the American people need the help. They're not getting the help. You can't blame Nancy Pelosi because Mitch McConnell won't offer it. I mean, even Lindsey Graham wouldn't vote for it. He says absolutely not. Ted Cruz says, what the hell are we doing, So the next week's going to be crucial to see what's going to come down the pipe. They're going to be mostly focusing and sideshowing the stimulus check for you guys to see the Supreme Court nomination, so your guys' checks aren't going to come in, And that's where it's going to really suck, So, the American people will know soon enough, what's going to happen. And then we'll go from there, So if things go according to plan, Chloe will be going to Walmart soon, and I will spend a one-day special on StreamYards, which will make Sassy happy. And while you guys are all StreamYarding, I will spreadsheets at the same time, which I can do as well. So I think Sassy would enjoy that. So sometime this week will be StreamYard for anyone who wants StreamYard while I'm doing spreadsheets, and then go from there. So, because, we can also debate then, as long as we keep it clean about the Supreme Court nomination, Chloe has to go to Walmart soon anyways. I did find my wallet yesterday. It was actually buried under some underwear, apparently, that Chloe did. And I needed it because of this, my food card. That's where I'm getting my hamburger for my dinners. So, and we're going to also send Chloe out to do some side shopping, too, at Walmart. So basically, we just got to wait and see what's going to happen with stimulus checks, because, we only have 22 days till the election. And I still haven't seen my ballot yet in the mail. That's the other thing. It's like Washington's being delayed on the mail. It's like anything that's first class mail is being delayed completely, so it's kind of a bothersome thing. So, and so, that's how it is. And with everything going down the toilet, it's pretty, American people are worried about evictions and they're worried about it. I think, we need a bigger stimulus package than $1,200 a person for anyone. This is my opinion. Anyone who's struggling. I mean, look, let me put it this way with my bottom of my own heart. I know Sassy said, I know Sassy's situation. Sassy's, surviving the best they can, Sassy could use the 1,200. Me, I can't because I get a monthly check every month. And I survive. I pay my bills. I have automatic takeouts for Amazon Pro shows and Netflix and Hulu. I'm actually using Netflix more right now. Watching 2 hour Sherlock Holmes movies, which is I'm on season 2, episode. I don't know what I'm on episode season 2. I think there is season 4, but I fell asleep last night trying to watch. I cleared season 1 and season 2, episode 1, so I'm on like season 2, episode 2, I think. And so it's going to be an interesting time of year, but. So it depends also on the post office too, post office, So anyways, that's what's going on, because emailed my sister Melissa. So but yeah, the thing is we're all concerned, So, with the pandemic, the way it is, transportation's halted to a grinding halt, So, I'm hoping we get, something soon, I'm going to check ferry alerts real quick, see if anything's delayed. Nope. It was yesterday. So, anyways, stimulus checks is what it is, Better go get some more coffee while I'm talking to you guys. So, basically, like I said, and this is going to be the crucial election also due to the fact that the American people are having their mail delayed. I mean, look at Chloe, for example. We had some bills due in. Bills never came in. Same with Chloe's second retro check for SSI. Again, it didn't come in. I just made up some more powdered milk this morning too, so takes out a lot out of me to do powdered milk. I also have 8 beers left for for today, so so you know how it is. So you know, so it's the way it is, you know. So Chloe and I watched reviews last night. She made dinner. She didn't toss the dinner in the trash, so I got to scrub plates again. She puts a lot of work on me in the kitchen. I mean, literally, her back's killing her, so she can't do her cleaning. But I did give her the review last night of the computer I have set up for her, and her answer was, "Oh, I want it so bad, Rita." And it's like, well, better get to cleaning, otherwise it ain't gonna be under the Christmas tree. You know, her mom should be back tomorrow to check email and let me know what's going on. You know. So, anyways, like I said, we're just waiting for some news on stimulus checks, which probably won't happen. So, you know. So me and Chloe, we just gotta sit back the next few days, wait for her back to heal, and then she can go back to cleaning, getting things done. You know, now that I've given her the idea of what computer she's getting, she's basically stoked, wants it bad. And so, to me, I thought that was really cool. So hopefully, it gets done soon. You know. I was trying to look for something in Google and it didn't come up with anything. So, whoops. I don't want to see that. So. So, anyways, so I just sent a message to my sister. I want to email someone, anyways. coffee brewing, and when my coffee's done, I'll be fine. So slowly but surely, Yeah, I should take something out. I don't know what it is. I might just have to take a leg of lamb out or something. I don't know. I mean, literally, we're basically limited due to the fact, Sassy, that which reminds me, I should email the farmer real quick. All right, so emailed the farmer. So I don't know what I'm gonna cook, Sassy. All I know is so trying to do some inside email business. Oh, I bet it was tasty, man. Was that in your house oven or your oven for your little travel trailer? I've always wondered how long propane lasts in a travel trailer. So, would you guys excuse? Uh, so that's good to know. So, for some of you wondering what today's plan is for me, besides talking to you guys about stimulus checks and so forth, is I got 3 game reviews to watch with Chloe. Spreadsheets will be done starting as soon as Chloe's off to Walmart, which means it's an early day, which means I'll sleep till like 5 or something. And that includes me working on spreadsheets, breaking them down, and then working on some stuff for my. Well, I was just curious because propane also has the refrigerator. Sometimes the reefer uses it as well as, unless you have a solar pack, which is really good nowadays. Which reminds me, I need to print out something again and scan it for Chloe. Chloe and I have to um, uh, send out a application for a trailer, but the trailer's on hold until I talk to my cousin about it. you know. So you know. I'm letting the coffee drip a bit so then I can have some more coffee, you know.
I'm out. I'm gonna take him out soon.
Well, good morning. Now, that's really weird. You usually say good morning, not I'm taking Moppy out.
Oh, good morning.
Well, that was the plan, Sassy. We were going to get a travel trailer, but you got to wait for my cousin to get back from camping to discuss that, you know.
Yeah. I really wish the West Coast had chain-wise was when it comes to like gas stations is Sheets. You understand? East Coast has so many great places to go. Like you can get food, right? Or to the West Coast.
You know, I was just thinking about something too today.
What is it?
Sassy just says Chloe and waved his hand, see?
Hi.
Chloe doesn't really want to be on video. I got to take a shower today before we watch those reviews and I go to Sherlock Holmes. So, anyways, Chloe wants to make some ramen, I guess. I got a couple ramens right there ready to go, but might tap into some other ramen today, too.
What East Coast chains do you wish were out here?
None.
None?
A lot of the ones I've liked went out of business when I was in Ohio.
Yeah.
For what I understand, Steak and Shake's no longer available. I like their steak burgers and steak dogs.
I was thinking right.
Uh-oh. When she thinks it's a dangerous thing.
I was thinking right. They have Sheets. Two places I used to go when I was in college for like breakfast and stuff was Sheets and Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons were good for donuts.
Have you been to one in Ohio?
Yes.
Yeah, they have them all over there. Of course, you talk to people out here about it. They're like, aren't those in Canada only? Like, they're on the East Coast too. We have them all over the East Coast. They have one in Steubenville and Wheeling. They had they actually had Tim Hortons next to our college. Their Johnson Community College, they had Tim Hortons next door and a KFC. You just get breakfast at Tim Hortons and go for a snack sandwich at a KFC. You just get to Nashville. What else do we have? We used to have Subway. We used to go to Walmart and go to Subway. They're always good. Oh, they used to have Quiznos.
Quiznos was great.
Yeah, they went under.
I know. I remember Quizzies, but don't remember Quizzies, you know?
Yeah, we used to have Quiznos everywhere. They went under.
Yeah.
We didn't really have much Dunkin'. We had Dunkin' Donuts out where I lived, but not much. We had more. If you wanted coffee and donuts, you'd more likely go to Tim Hortons over Dunkin' Donuts. We just didn't really have many Dunkin' Donuts locations.
Yeah.
We also everyone has Starbucks. Panera's good too. I used to go to Panera a lot for Wi-Fi. You get a few shortbread cookies.
Yeah.
And a little soup and just enjoy Wi-Fi.
You're going to have to talk to your food you left on the plate in the trash, Chloe.
It was already in the trash.
Oh, okay. Because earlier it was on the stove, so. So anyways, everyone, I just got my, my dishes done. I just got to turn them on. Love the little dishwasher, by the way. Hello, Demon Fire. It's been a while. Moderators that are available, like you, Sassy, that's the Demon Fire. Welcome, Demon Fire. It's been a while. It's been a long while. I guess you saw me live talking about stimulus checks and was curious about where your money is. I love this little dishwasher. I also love it because the neighbor gets to complain about it too. Alright, coffee time again. So this morning, dishes are done. I still got one more load to do, but it won't take too long. Just have to scrub them out and stuff, you know. Well, good morning or good evening. Oh, you mean you like those things? I'll show you a ramen bowl that Chloe's going to be eating today, Sassy. Comes with 2 seasoning packs. So this is habanero flavored. They're hard to get a hold of, too. Amazon sold out of them. Apparently they're popular, you know. Well, good evening, Demon. It's been a while. Like I said, Demon Fire. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, yeah, spicy's good. I got spicy beef and I got chipotle chicken. I love the chipotle chicken. The chipotle chicken's good. Fortunately, Amazon right now doesn't take any, what do you call it, EBT for the chipotle chicken. But me and Chloe's still well off on supplies, so, you know. I mean, you know what I couldn't believe? I'll tell you, there's 2 things I could not believe, Assassin, and that is this. Bought this in April, and I have 12 more jugs of this, and yet in April, look at the level of this. And this is Dawn Ultra, 3 times grease power. We also got a lot of laundry soap, too, we're not even tapped into, so we're really well provisioned for the coronavirus, you know. Well, good evening. Like I said, Demon Fire. It must be evening, you know. Oh, yeah, I mean, literally, we're all set. I mean, I just bought a couple more of that. These little boxes here, Sassy, cost me $20 each, so this one's almost empty. Again, I bought these, right? Each box is 70, gives us 78 washes, and well, we're down to 4, so I'll probably use 2 of them. Some days I leave the dishes accumulate for several days before turning the dishwasher on. I guess that's why our electric bill was $30 less this month, you know. But yeah, I got a couple more of those. I still got stacks of Pepsi. I haven't tapped into the Pepsi in a few days. I got 4 cans left in here and more cans somewhere else. I got 2 cans of this left before I tap into the next one. I have like 16 cases of that Pepsi, that my favorite Pepsi. But, you know, once you're done, you know. And then we got ramen and beans and, you know, Sassy asked a good question, Chloe. Sassy asked the question of, what are we doing for dinner tonight? Well, I only eat 1 meal, so if I eat ramen today, it's going to be ramen today only, and that changes me out to just ramen, you know?
What do you want?
I don't know. I haven't taken anything out of the freezer. We haven't discussed it. We'll discuss it later, because I could always eat ramen today, you know? I did find another case of Chipotle chicken laying around, so I can tap into the next pack. I opened up a box last night looking for something, or the other day in Chloe's room, and found a case of Chipotle chicken in there, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm good to go. But, you know, so for everyone listening, Chloe's probably curious about today's update as well, so I better reiterate it for anyone watching right now. So this morning, they are doing nominations for the next week is debating Amy Coney Barrett, but apparently when they had opening statements, our vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris basically lambasted on several factors. One being the religious side of things, and the other being the Obamacare, and the third one apparently was stacking the courts to get Donald Trump another term. And right now, she's being basically baked under the sun, or as we call it, grilled on this issues. But
there's all these bribing Republicans.
Some of them are not even in to pass the vote. Some of them are still sick. And by the way, Donald Trump got out of the hospital, and 3 or 4 days later, he's now on the campaign trail again. So he could be infecting many people to get reelected, So, but anyways, back to the thing is Democrats are pushing Nancy Pelosi to go with the $1.8 trillion bill that Donald Trump put on the table for stimulus. Unfortunately, as you know, Nancy Pelosi can't go below $2.2 trillion. But as you know, and you're smart enough to know this, what's the problem with $1.8 trillion?
Won't get through.
By who?
Republican.
Oh, gee, I thought she was going to call him by name.
Trump.
Moscow Mitch won't do it. He's more interested in only 10 senators are up for re-election, so those 10 would vote for it.
When it comes down to it, Moscow Mitch may actually bribe people to get Amy Barrett in.
And they're not being bribed. Unfortunately, right now, this is big because the American people, as I said before, let me explain it so Chloe doesn't interrupt me. The American people know from the 12th to the 19th, they're going to be duking it out for the Supreme Court nomination. So the Senate came back from recess just to pass this, yet the Senate won't pass $1.8 trillion or $2.2 trillion, or as Donald Trump said, go bigger. So the American people are basically turning around and saying, look, if you pass the Senate's nomination of her, we're going out in full force, which is about 15 million people's already voted early this year, and they're going to thump Trump to kick him out. They're going to basically give him a pink slip that says you're fired.
Yeah, and this is exactly why he wants to go to the Supreme Court, to have that changed.
Yes, but he can't. That's the thing. The thing is that she basically lies to the Senate and then reverses and does Donald Trump's bidding. They can impeach her for that and have her charged with criminal charges. So no, the problem is right now the American people, this is where I'm trying to explain it, is watching the calendar between the 12th today and the 19th, 1 week to get it passed. And while they're at it, and they said if they pass her Supreme Court, 98% of the American people will vote against Donald Trump, which means Trump's lost because of this stunt. On top of that, everyone knows Donald Trump is also not budging on other things. I mean, look, everyone is now afraid, except his own followers, to even go to a Trump rally because he's still infected with the coronavirus. So they're not taking chances. And 3, the White House is completely infected with it. So where does that lead us? Well, as I said to you all on my channel today, between the 12th and the 19th, if they pass the Supreme Court, which right now they don't have the votes because there's several Republicans sick with the virus, and the more people that get sick, the more likely they can't pass it. Now, the Senate could turn around, and several of them could turn around. Senators that are being forced to vote for Coney Barrett could turn around and magically say they got infected and they can't go, which means they save face with the American people. But the American people has been flooding the Senate saying, you vote for these people, we're voting you out of office, and we're voting for Democrats. So the House will be Democratic, the White House will be Democratic, and, you know, so It's all a deadly game of cat and mouse right now. But also the American people said you can take time to vote a Supreme Court nomination in, but you can't take time to vote in a stimulus package, which, as I said before in this video, the beginning of it, let me reiterate this again. Donald Trump's still waiting for Nancy Pelosi to say one word to go ahead and tap into $300 billion for executive orders. He wants to buy the vote, but Nancy Pelosi knows this tactic and says, $2.2 trillion. But at the same time, Donald Trump offered $1.8 trillion. And Nancy Pelosi's like, no. The reason Nancy Pelosi said no is because everyone in the damn country knows that Mitch McConnell is going to sit on his ass and say, well, 10 senators will vote for it because 10 Republican senators are up for election. And Donald Trump thinks with Larry Kudlow, Mark Meadows, and Stephen Mnuchin has the vote. They don't have the vote. So they refuse to pose. If they can't pass a $500 billion bill, 484 to 494 billion for the latest skinny cow bill, how do you think they're going to bring out 1.8 trillion? And then on top of that, Donald Trump said that there's two problems with the country. One is the China virus. It's from China. We got to blame China. It's a China virus. It's a China virus. Two is he's blaming Nancy Pelosi. Now, I know me and Pee Wee and Gales all had this argument before in debate, so I'm playing devil's advocate here by saying it's not Nancy Pelosi, okay? It's not Donald Trump. Mostly it's Mitch McConnell. He ain't going to budge. And so Donald Trump can basically say everything he says, but Donald Trump doesn't control Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell controls the Senate and controls what goes through the Senate. So they want to pass this because they think it's a safer bet to pass Supreme Court over passing something else. But Chloe's walking away, so before she walks away. So the other problem we have is Donald Trump turned around today and spoke to the crowd saying he wants to give stimulus checks to the American people. $1,200. It's a great deal. Well, right now the American people need more than $1,200 because they're going to be evicted. People can't afford their rent. People can't afford their electricity. People can't afford their internet. People can barely afford their food, even with the extended food stamps. Food prices are going up. So you do the math, okay? They can't afford basics. What we need is a universal basic income temporarily to basically back up the American people, you know. And by the way, the unemployment, let me just tell you this. I know if Justin was watching this, Justin would be disgusted. But Donald Trump did not say anything. He said unemployment, nada. He said stimulus checks he wants to give. Bribe the 6 people in the 6 government things, right? So he wants to bribe the Social Security retirement recipients, Social Security survivor recipients, the SSI recipients, the Social Security disability insurance recipients, the veterans recipients, and the railroad recipients. $1,200. Americans, oh, that's extra good. That's great. We can use it. No. $1,200 went way past. Now, if it was $1,200 a month, it would have been better. But instead, other countries are giving monthly universal basic while this pandemic's happening, and the Americans are being thrown under the rug. Swept under the rug, thrown under the train, thrown under the bus, whatever you want to call it. So here's the next kicker. The American people today heard Donald Trump state that he wants to give $1,200 to people. He wants to give more PPP loans. 40% of the people that took PPP loans, their businesses are no more. Gone. Bye-bye. No more. 2, he said he wanted to bail out airlines. So that was so he said stimulus checks, PPP loans, and airlines. The airlines have a big job, and it's a hard job, and it's hard to maintain an airline. So the American people are supposed to bail out the fucking airlines, but we're not supposed to bail out unemployment. Again, he never used the word unemployment at all. Sorry to say, but that's where we know where he's thinking. So, I wanted to share that lovely video thought with you today that I saw because of it. He basically turned around and said, look, Now, I can play devil's advocate here when it comes to unemployment, okay? Now, we all know that the 6 government benefit holdings, what I call, the benefit programs, or as my father-in-law calls it, the public dole, those 6 people threw a fit that thought was unfair that $2,400 was given to people for not doing anything, but waiting it out for unemployment, right? And there were some people that said they needed more than 24. They lived in high rises in New York, and this doesn't take care of any. We need more money because we live in New York. We're entitled. Those people now are moved out of their own homes and pissed off at fucking Trump so bad that they're going to vote. They're Democrat, by the way. Democrats that think they're entitled, that they want, quote unquote, to vote him out because Donald Trump didn't give enough money. Whereas the elderly turned around and others said, look, we're entitled to more money too. And so what happened? So if you were paying attention, Chloe, Donald Trump today said he wanted to give stimulus checks to the 6 people to get money, to buy the vote. He also wanted to give PPP loans. But as you know, and you've done research, 40% of the PPP loans that were taken, those businesses are gone permanently.
Yeah.
So mom and pop shops are going down the toilet. Now let's talk about the third thing he said. Now, I think if you were in the back, you heard me, but if he didn't, I'll reiterate it once more. And maybe Chloe can chime in while I use the bathroom real quick. He said it's a big, big industry and we can't let the airlines fail. So we need a package for the airlines. But the word he was missing was unemployment. So the third thing he said was airlines, but he didn't say anything about unemployment. So I'm going to use the bathroom. Maybe Chloe'd like to chime in.
What he really wants, he wants to wear a crown soon and be on a throne.
I'm not going to get that, but I'd like you to chime in on unemployment and airlines.
Well, airlines to them mean a lot more than we do.
Why should the American people pay a lot?
Okay, when it comes to the GOP, to them, corporations are more human than we are. To them, corporations are people, in their opinion. That's how it always been. That's how it always will be. From this second term, corporations are going to have all the rights.
Yeah, but let's see if I can get a contained through those. What's going to happen? Huh? What if we have a Senate? People want Democrats can't fuck about dumb shit. They don't get any vote there.
Yeah, well, he'll try to get her involved. He'll do anything he can.
So, all right, everyone, I have something to say to you all about the stimulus thing. Let's sit down for a minute and tell you, okay? So, it goes like this, all right? Now, I asked Chloe specifically her opinion on airlines. I didn't hear her answer. So, What I was saying is, who gives a shit about airlines? Why should we bail out these fuckers when the American people are more suffering? Only, 40,000 people will be furloughed? Fuck them. The airline industry is pretty bad.
It's hurting worldwide.
Yeah, so other countries basically turned around and bailed out the American people. Big fucking deal, right?
Didn't Trump have Trump Tower in other countries?
I don't know, but I want to tell you a story, everyone. All right? Now, I know Chloe and I can go back and forth, but I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate here for a second about airlines, okay?
Yeah.
In the 70s,
Okay, go ahead.
In the 1970s, they stopped mail being transported by train because they figured it's faster by doing it. See, there was a mail car on board, and they sorted the mail and dropped it off at different places. Unfortunately, that got too slow, so they went with airlines. Now, airlines have the contracts. I know this because my uncle used to work the Postal Service for 40 years. So he drove around with a little cart, picked up the mail in the mail baggage car, delivered it, and told the boys at SeaTac Airport to sort it. Now, when you look at the problems here, when it comes to the mail, okay, you guys can sit there and say, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with it, yada, yada, yada. The thing is, without the airlines being bailed out, which, by the way, they're not telling you guys this because, you're not a politician, but without the airlines being bailed out, that means, no offense to Chloe, all first-class mail gets delayed. Medications get delayed. USPS priority mail gets delayed. So the less airlines running the country and the more they keep furloughing because they're playing politics, the more likely meds won't get coming, killing elderly and disabled. Checks like Chloe that's supposed to be here Friday doesn't come. Bills will be delayed again. Mm-hmm. Look at the man, that's strong. Look at the big picture here. Basically, without bailing out the airlines, the Republicans can basically blame the Democrats by saying, look, you basically have the Democrats, but they won't budge. The thing is Nancy Pelosi wants a bigger package deal. Airlines want at least $25 billion to bail out again. Unfortunately, we can't just keep printing money and bailing airlines out. What if pandemic keeps getting worse and the virus spreads and spikes like crazy and they have to ask for more money? And let's just say Biden's president. Again, you got to look at what they're doing,
What they say they want to bail out cruise liners and saying that it's essential.
No, cruise liners isn't. Cruise line industry found a way around the bailouts.
Well, they fine.
They sent some of their ships to be scrapped to cut down on their ships. They usually sell them to other cruise line industries, but right now they're not, right now it's gone,
Doesn't Cooner own most of the cruise industry?
No, Cooner's owned by one part, but Royal Caribbean, there's a Star Alliance for air cruise lines, and a lot of these Star Alliances work together, and a lot of them are owned by the by the major
White Star Line property.
Yeah, well, White Star Line was bought out by Cunard after the Titanic sank, but
actually sometime afterwards it merged in the 30s. Yeah,
well, let me just basically state it for the record, okay, that I'm not here to play devil's advocate with you guys' life or anything. The Congress and the Senate are doing it, but without the mail service being bailed out, I don't really give two shits. To me, the thing is you got to look at it from a political standpoint. They're not telling you that the airlines are going to crash, okay? They're not telling you, if airlines crash, you don't get your mail. Literally, in-state mail can still be sent by truck. It just means a little longer, which is fine by in-mail for ballots. But when it comes to mail and letters from another state, they might have to change over and go by truck. So when a letter might be in 2 to 5 days, might now just be 14 to 28 days due to the fact that the mail's delayed. Look what's going on, right? So to me, I just don't want her spilling it on me, so I moved.
Or spilling it on me.
Anyways, with that said, everyone, you guys got to realize, that the American people are suffering, and they're not happy. I mean, literally, we're getting so many excuses out here that it's not funny. And so, so I wanted to say that to you all, and I don't know, Sassy, do you think I should be back later on, or should I just spend the rest of the day when I log off to watch Sherlock Holmes after things get done, because tomorrow is going to be another day where we got to wait for the mail. So might as well spend a couple days Sherlock Holmes at gaming, and then coming back, we should know if that thing came in for Chloe, which really stinks. They shouldn't fucking have delayed it. You do know if you really want your money, you can march down over to the post office at 7 a.m. and talk to a clerk and demand it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
That's 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, Sass, like I said, the American people, they don't know the ramifications of no bailing airlines out. The Republicans do, but they're not talking about it. The thing is they're holding the mail and they're holding the medications hostage to get a bailout. Now, Nancy Pelosi knows this too, but they're not talking about it. So, to me, I could care less. I mean, you could send everything by truck as far as I'm concerned, as long as they do, and if they send everything by truck, hypothetically, instead of flooding the post office, that might just clear out a lot of the mail anyways to get to the other points of interest that needs to be, so the mail service would be not backed up. So, that's something else, Well, you know how it is, Sassy. There's not a lot of comments today, so that's why I asked you, because, I just can't keep going on and on and on about the same topic, and I have nothing to say, Last cup of coffee, I don't know, when Chloe walks Moppy, I guess I'll get off and take a shower, do for one. And then when I'm done, I guess we got 3 reviews to watch, and that's it for the day. Nothing else to do today. It looks a little drier, so maybe if I need beer, Chloe can go get some more, But, Oh, well, me, Sassy, I'm always a set. I've stockpiled. You know this from the beginning. We prepared for this. However, the other problem is I do want to go out, and I can't right now, again, because what Chloe did, which you heard Joe last night. She needs to quit basically being temperamental, So today I also got to discuss some Christmas gift ideas with Chloe too, Coming soon from the drop. What is this? Kendall and Kylie collection. Didn't know what they were. Well, I'm sorry to say, but if they're doing that from Amazon, I don't know. But that picture where it shows 2 girls leaning against each other like lesbians, and they find out that they're part of the Jenner people, that would, I hear without makeup, Sassy, Bruce Jenner does not look pretty attractive without makeup. That's what I heard. So, no offense to Bruce, if Bruce is watching. Chloe and I basically think it's funny, Yeah, you know how that is, So, I haven't even checked to see what's going on in my shopping cart lately. Yeah, $198, save for later. I really don't want to do that, you know. I wanted to order some more Christmas stickers, you know. I got so much in my shopping cart that I guess I don't need this right now either, so. Or this.
After I'm taking him out.
Right, that's good. I was just thinking about what I need to pick up soon on Amazon again, but right now we're pretty much good, you know. Hey, Mark, what's crack-a-lackin'? You missed last night's debate again. We were all on StreamYards waiting for you, bro. Because you basically disappeared and that was it. And Sassy, what happened last night? I forgot to ask you. As soon as you went to answer your phone call, I waited around for so long, then emailed you, and I just said, fuck it, you know. I decided to go off to, you know. As you're probably wondering, I better answer the question yet again because Mark just tuned in, and we were talking about stimulus checks. So some Democratic members of the House is trying to push Nancy Pelosi for the $1.8 trillion, but Nancy Pelosi won't budge due to the fact that you all know, including you, Mark, that Mitch McConnell won't basically pass a $1.8 trillion bill. They were more personally wanting to pass Amy Coney Barrett's nomination this week, and the American people are so suffering without money that they're watching carefully, and if they can pass Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court, then they're going to vote Donald Trump and his cronies out in the next 22 days because they're pissed that they're not seeing any money, Mark. They're seeing, you know. And because of it, the American people are watching closely at this election. They're basically, you know, and then on top of that, Donald Trump's out campaigning again, even when he's still infected with the virus, which he thinks the medicine works and that's it. And yet, you know, you got that problem where people are distancing themselves. But, you know, if they could pass Supreme Court nomination, even though the American people said don't till the next president's nominated in because he wants to get Obamacare dissolved, then, you know, the American people are going to vote against Donald Trump. The silent majority I've seen said no stimulus, no votes. And right now, Donald Trump turned around today, and this is the thing that, you know, and you remember what I said, Mark. The American people are hurting. And so first, you know, they passed the CARES Act in March 27th was signed. We got checks. And then May 17th, they passed the HEROES Act. That was turned down. Then they brought out the skinny cow bill, which the Republicans couldn't get even $500 billion passed. And now it's October 12th with no money in sight. And yet the American people are like, look, if you're going to pass the Supreme Court to save Donald Trump's ass, we have a duty to our country to vote you bastards out because you're not giving us money. So they're going to go full in force to get their money. And that's all it is. Whereas, you know, the blue states, we got to talk about, the blue states are in lockdown still. I mean, you can't go into a restaurant without them telling you, you know, hey, unless you're a party of 5 and family members, here's your takeout to go, you know. So anyways, as you know, so after that $500 billion debacle, then Donald Trump turned around with Stephen Mnuchin and Mark Meadows and Larry Kudlow and offered $1.5 trillion deal. Mitch McConnell said, nope, we don't even have 10 senators that could. Well, we have 10 senators that will vote for it. Now, the 10 senators are the ones being up for re-election. That's it. He says we don't have it. So Donald Trump decides, okay, we're going to offer $1.6 trillion. Nancy will take it, you know. Again, Mitch McConnell, little Moscow Mitsos. We don't have the votes, but we're gonna pass Amy Coney Barrett's nomination. That's what we can do. We can't give the American people money. And then Donald Trump Friday turned around and offered with Larry Kudlow, Mark Meadows, and Steven Mnuchin $1.8 trillion on the table. Now I know Gail's like, oh yeah, it's an idea. Unfortunately, again, Friday, Mitch McConnell turned around and goes, it's murky waters. We can't do that. We need to pass Amy Coney Barrett. We don't have the votes in the Senate to pass $1.8 trillion. Maybe 10 senators will vote for it. That's being reelected.
But we need to vote in the policies that will make me wealthier, richer, and make the Enners poorer.
It's not true. Unfortunately, I'm trying to explain this to my followers. So again, 1.8 trillion, right? Nancy Pelosi said 2.2 or higher. Thing is, now the Democrats are saying take the 1.8 trillion. Nancy Pelosi won't take it because Nancy Pelosi, be careful, princess. Nancy Pelosi won't take it, Mark, due to the fact that the American people know that they're not going to see it because Mitch McConnell already said with 22 days left to the election that more importantly, Supreme Court needs to be put in place to dissolve Obamacare, Roe versus Wade, and do some other shit and secure Donald Trump's second term. Whereas the Democrats are sitting back waiting because the Democrats know that if they pass, mind you, this is a Democratic tactic, they pass the Supreme Court nomination before a president can choose. Like Lincoln waited till his second term to fill a seat. Donald Trump's trying to ram it through now. So Abe Lincoln, old honest Abe, basically waited patiently, and he got what he needed. He put them in after he got his second term. Unfortunately, Donald Trump doesn't want to do that. He's so worried and scared and everything. With 22 days left, what did he do? He went out on TV today, and before I read your comment, he went out on TV today and he said, quote unquote, he wants to give $1,200 stimulus. Well, $1,200 ain't going to do jack shit. Well, for you it will because, I know your situation. You have a vet bill stacked up because of your poor little kitty. Again, me and Chloe, you have our condolences. Then, Sassy's hurting too. Sassy's got a leg in a cast and stuff. Heel bone broke. And then, the second problem is you said you want to give $1,200. Well, right now you need at least to give $5,000 or more. The American people said $1,200 wouldn't get their vote anyways. It's a slap in the face. If it was $1,200 a month stimulus, they would have basically given Donald Trump the vote, but they won't because it's just $1,200. Won't even pay their bills. Won't pay their car payments. A lot of people are getting their cars repoed. A lot of people have their houses being repossessed. A lot of people in their apartments are being evicted. And Donald Trump wants to just give $1,200. Yet the elderly turned around and says, you want to take Social Security away? Fuck you. We're not taking your $200 Medicare thing. Now, there's people like our own moderator, Gail, that's like, how do I get on the $200 Medicare thing? That is if you have a Medicare, as if your primary insurance is Medicare only and you don't have Medicaid. Because people have Medicaid, their meds are covered. So those people don't qualify. The elderly that don't qualify, that's a narrow what do you call it? Well, what's that word? That's a broad scoped, targeted audience of people that just have Medicare and Medicare prescription drug coverage. So for me, one of my meds is $400. All right, you think $200 is going to do much? No, and the rumor is it's only coupons for certain meds, not for fucking what we need to use it for. What I understand. So, anyways, Gail doesn't understand it, but the thing is on that aspect, but also Donald Trump also wants to use Supreme Court to take away the Obama phones and the Obama AT&T internet program. So back to the thing. So Donald Trump said today that he wants to give $1,200 stimulus. As you know, some people like Sassy and you could use it. Pee-wee could use it due to the fact that she had 21 teeth or 25 teeth pulled. And then pain. The bill was expensive. And then Gail, she'll take anything that isn't nailed down. And me, I just think $1,200 is just fucking play money, all right? No offense to anyone watching this. And then the second thing he offered was PPP loans again, right? 40% of people are out of the PPP loans. 40% of the small businesses owners out of 100%, 60% are still floating, but 40% failed. Because it wasn't enough. Millionaires and rich people were getting loans for themselves. And the small businesses was getting shit on. So he said more PPP loans, broad targeted to businesses. The third thing was, Mark, Unemployment was not in there. He said airlines are important as the third thing today. Sorry to say, but I don't buy it. He wants to bail out airlines. And I already talked about airlines. Without airlines, mail gets delayed because they use airlines for mostly. You don't see FedEx and UPS on their own planes doing it. They use USPS, so still got to get headphones. They have wireless headphones, but don't know if they work good. Probably going to try and come with a Bluetooth. Trump might be a super spreader. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. American people are, Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why I said what I said. And a lot of people, are pissed, Mark. They're watching from the 12th to the 19th where they're going to push Comey Barrett's nomination through if they have enough Senate votes. Right now, senators are getting spread with this virus and being out for 2 to 3 weeks or more, depending on their age. And yet, as you know, I don't sugarcoat anything. So basically, Donald Trump said today the third thing he wants is airline bailouts. He didn't say anything about unemployment. Now, I know our own guy, Justin Fisher, if he was here, one of our subscribers, he'd be angry at the fact that, that they want to do, no unemployment. They're not even talking about unemployment. It's like Mitch McConnell doesn't want anything to pass, and Donald Trump, wants to blame Pelosi for it all. You can't blame Pelosi for Mitch McConnell not wanting to pass 1.8 trillion or 2.2 or 3.4. And Donald Trump said he wants to go higher than what both parties did. But to do that, you'd have to get things on board. Do you think Mitch McConnell's going to go for $3.5 trillion or higher? No. Mitch McConnell is basically distancing himself during this election. Maybe Mitch McConnell and the Democrats want to see Donald Trump fail. I mean, literally, if he fails, then they could just sit back and say, well, after the election, it's all Donald Trump's fault. I mean, literally. And you're right, brother Mark. It is fucking a super spreader. I wouldn't even trust it. Hi, how you doing? Hello, mommy. Your mommy Chloe, how's your back today?
It's going okay.
Good. Ebony, your cage is going to be clean today. We're going to watch 3 reviews at least, and I'm going to watch Sherlock Holmes a little later.
So, I was thinking, what would Greenland look like without the ice cap on it?
On what?
What would Greenland be like if the ice cap melted?
I don't know what Greenland would look like, but I'd send Donald Trump to Greenland just to let him. He wants to own it, so let Donald Trump, excuse me. So, anyways, right now,
Great again. Make Greenland great again. I will melt the ice cap of Greenland. We'll have prosperous land.
So, anyways, Mark, that's the latest on the stimulus check. I've reiterated this many times over today, but that's the whole deal is that, Moscow Mitch won't budge, as you know. So Donald Trump wants to blame Nancy Pelosi. Donald Trump's not Honest Abe, and he wants to blame China for it. The thing is Larry Kudlow said that he thinks he can get the votes on board. Mitch McConnell said, yeah, the only votes they're going to get is the 10 senators that are up for re-election. Nothing more.
Dishonest Dawn.
Oh, I know. Exactly, I know you were, was it you or someone else that said it doesn't matter if Don doesn't wear a mask and that he's getting reelected? I mean, look, the American people are tired of him basically doing what he's doing. Hey, boo-boo. I love Bun Duns. That. Look at him. Hi. We'll put you in your other cage today so it gets clean. Yeah, and then I can get in there. You want me to take out a turkey one of these days?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, literally, I agree with you, Mark. They have no sense. I mean, I already played devil's advocate. If airlines do go bankrupt, which I don't give a shit, they can always send the mail by truck. I mean, literally, we don't need to fucking worry or go back to trains. But if you've seen the news, Amtrak has specifically asked for fucking money too because they need a bailout. Otherwise, they're gone. They're cutting hours and furloughing people. To me,
likely the train tracks are only going to be with freight trains.
And the freight trains are running really slow too right now because The problem with freight trains, okay, is I'm going to answer this to Chloe because Chloe doesn't realize. Let's just break down, okay? You say, oh, freight trains are going to be running the tracks, right? No. Freight trains are going to be delayed too for one reason. Where's the main ports of hubs in the country? Usually east and west coast, right? Yeah. The train connects them, right?
Blue states.
No. It doesn't matter what blue states it is. Just say the entire United States is on the seabird, right? And they have ports, right?
Yes.
Let's just say ports, right?
But most of them are blue states, just so you point that out, okay?
I don't care what they are, all right? Here's the story.
Precautions, but anyways, go ahead.
Between Europe and Asia, okay, Chloe's getting mad at me because I won't acknowledge that it's blue states. I don't care about blue states.
What you think. It's just that I was just pointing something out.
So here's the deal. Without China and other countries shipping us stuff because the coronavirus, ships aren't coming into port, which means trains are running irregularly, which means Walmart, Target, Nintendo, all those fucking companies that ship things by train has been delayed because they can't get enough in it when stuff.
Amazon doing in all this?
Amazon's getting what they're getting, but Amazon. The thing is, here's the problem with Amazon. All right, is Amazon's running out of they're running out of food supplies, and when they do get it in, it's usually domestic foods. International foods or cheeses from other countries are getting delayed. So instead of paying, say, $20 for a 2-pound cheese wheel, they're now charging $100 for a cheese wheel that's 2 pounds. Or you want 100 pounds of cheese, you might be from Italy, you might be paying like thousands of dollars. I mean, they're just raising the price up to no end. I mean, literally. And, that's the real problem here is because of it. I've never, I have ridden a subway, a train in Australia. I've also, in other areas, but I've always thought underground trains are just, there is a subway in the SeaTac airport. There's 2 of them, actually. You got, goes the Concourse in and Concourse something else. I can't remember.
Partially underground, partially overground. Depends on where in Seattle you are.
Well, I'm talking about the actual airport has a tram that a subway goes underneath. I used to enjoy it when I was there, but back then it was like they had North Tower, North and South, South Annex, and I mean, literally, I just can't remember. I've been through Seattle a long time. SeaTac Airport. So, for example, if you look at the map, right? I want to see the map real quick. They should have something about that, Airport frequently asked questions, travel advisories. This is all fucking, I want to know the map. This is the thing. They should fucking tell us. Let's see. Do they even have fucking... Oh, here it is. Maps. All right. So you got to fucking look for it. Okay. So SeaTac Airport has a map. All right. So it goes like this. You got... All right. So you got... Hold on. I'll just zoom in. All right. So anyways, you got to go to all at the end of the parking garage, main terminal level 5. But anyways, to get there, you got the light rail goes there. Then you got to work your way all the way to the concourses. And when you get there, you have concourse C, which is C gates. You got concourse D, which is D gates. You got concourse A, which is A gates. And you got concourse B. But the problem with it is you got to take the train. There's the North Satellite, which there's a train that goes all the way around to the North Satellite right there, which is in-gate. And then South Satellite has another train that goes through a different area for South Satellite. So you have the S gates. I've been on in and S gates a long time, and it is pretty cool, It is cool. And so, but yeah, that's where I flew, and I had the train. But, that was a long time ago. Me and my husband enjoyed the little tram ride, but still. You as a well, I bet you were a beast back then. But if you met a lady in Boston, that's cool. It's great. You got a phone number, Mark. But um, like I said to Chloe, I'm gonna run and use the bathroom real quick. Tinkle real quick. But like I said to Chloe, with everything being delayed, we're having a lot of problems, and airlines aren't making money anyway. So if they furlough half their employees to 3/4, as long as the fucking postal services doing first class mail, why the fuck should we even care about fucking, the airlines? I'm not traveling, and with Amtrak being delayed, I emailed my doctors in Moses Lake and Wenatchee recently, everyone, and told them, look, the train's not running but 3 days at a time each way. And if you don't coordinate it from Seattle, I can't get there. So it's video conferencing. I mean, literally, they think that after the election, the trains will run on time, but they won't run on time due to the fact that Amtrak has no money. And the airlines don't have any money. That's the other thing. I mean, I priced out tickets from Bellingham to Portland. It's too expensive. Besides that, I don't want to go because I don't like flying. And two is, I don't want to go through TSA and all that crap. And I don't want to go and give any more information than I have to because of my fucking little my little Shih Tzu weak tooth. Did you go poo poo already? Did you take
I'm going to take him. I try to eat this.
Oh, poor little dog's got a full bladder. No wonder why I had to clean the floor up last night again. I don't know what time. I was probably sleeping before that happened. I'm going to go tinkle real quick. But anyways, like I said, everyone. So, yeah, so you can either go to the post office tomorrow or the post office.
Yeah. Well, eventually I have to go down there and confront them.
Yeah, well, you know what? They could be like, oh, we don't worry.
I usually it's like, hey, you know Daddy ain't coming, so you get out of here.
Actually, you can basically charge them too with federal fraud.
Yeah.
Too. I already took the box. You have 2 inspectors general in the line. So once I get done with this video, I'm climbing in the shower, Chloe. I need it. And then afterwards, hopefully the sun dies down a bit so we can actually discuss business. Right now the dishwasher's doing its thing, and then after that, I T train in Boston. Well, that's good. So, anyways, it's one of those days, I tell you. Just one of the guys. I heard that where a girl is trying to pretend to be a boy. Yeah, I remember that. Hubby used to love that movie. I'm hoping to see what happens eventually, with all you guys. But I've given you guys enough stimulus check updates to tell you, you know, that when I do this, I got a friend of mine who's like, oh, well, you're getting a lot of views on it. Maybe. I don't know where Joe's at. You should have. Joe finally confessed that it was all a joke about the African American guy being blown away. But now he's talking about a little Asian guy who, an Asian husband or what, our boyfriend. I mean, little Chinese man. All right. Well, you enjoy yourself. Does anyone else have anything else to say before I go? Because, there's 5 people. I want everyone to get a chance to chime in before I go. Otherwise, I'm going to hop in the shower. So, anyone? Yeah, take care, Mark. So, anyone want to chime in? I do. Yeah, I want a payment. Yeah. For what? What type of work did you do? The best little guy in the world. That moppy. Well, yeah, I love you too. I love you more than the bunny, actually. But you don't sleep with me. Actually, he slept half the time on the thing. Did you put him in his bed last night?
Yeah.
When I got up to go to the bathroom this morning, he basically went into your room. He's like, "Uh-oh, mommy caught me sleeping in my doggy bed on the side of the bed." So
We're supposed to sleep there, Moppy.
yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good little boy. Yeah, grumpy you are, but still, you're spoiled, poocher. Hey, poocher moocher. Poocher moocher. Baby sheepy, what is it? It's getting to be the point where we need to give you a trimming,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be too cold either. What's wrong? Yeah? Yeah, tell me all about it. That story? Yeah, again, how you ended up in the pound? Yeah, that's amazing. See, sometimes you just got to talk to the dog, Yeah, that's just amazing, Boppy, isn't it? Isn't it? Tell me a story, right? So chime in, anyone, before I go take a shower. Right now, I'm talking to the dog because it's more entertaining than trying to answer people that just disappeared. Mark knows the story about the stimulus checks. And frankly, if I keep reiterating it for anyone that's new, it's fine. But otherwise, I'm not going to reiterate it over and over. Hey, yeah, I know you're telling your mom to hurry up so you can go potty, huh? Yeah, well, you know how it is. Well, good you were negative. So I guess you want your stimulus update too, just like everyone else does. All right, here goes. Gotta take a shower soon. It's been a few days since I had a shower. Chloe says when I'm starting to smell really ripe, that's when I need to get in there. So let's get this over with. So, as you know, today, some Democrats are trying to push Nancy Pelosi to go with the $1.8 trillion deal. Problem is, Mitch McConnell stated today that it won't pass because there's only 10 senators up for re-election, so there's not enough votes. Plain and simple, not enough votes for 1.8. Larry Kudlow turned around and said they think they can get it, and Mitch McConnell said how? There's 10 senators up for election. No one gives a shit about this stimulus package. More pork spent, the deficit's going up. Fuck the American people. Well, the American people turned around, and the silent majority said if they push through for Amy Coney Barrett between the 12th and the 19th, that's today, the 12th to next Monday, that they're going to turn around and vote the bastards out. Plain and simple. They're going to vote them all out. Every Democrat, it will get the vote. Every Republican will not get the vote due to the fact that a lot of Americans are suffering with no money. Extended food stamps, oh yeah, where's that going? People on the eviction block when they need the money because their state's on lockdown mode, blame the Democrats for being in lockdown mode. But still, they're blaming the Republicans for not budgeting. So it's a political fall. And Mitch McConnell already knows that it won't happen. So let me reiterate what happened to the other problem real quick. So Mitch McConnell basically said $1.8 trillion won't pass. Donald Trump turned around and says, let's go over what Nancy Pelosi wants. Higher than $3.4 trillion. Again, Mitch McConnell said ain't going to happen. The Democrats can wish and get everything on their wish list, but the Republicans won't raise the deficit. So fuck the poor people and suffering. Meanwhile, they're only focusing on bringing in Amy Coney Barrett. Unfortunately, the American people said if that happens, they're voting all the bastards out. Senate majority says they're done playing politics with only 22 days left. So the next week is going to be crucial to see how well this plays out. Now, as you know, in the past, Mitch McConnell stated when his $500 billion bill, like $484 to $494 billion package, didn't pass the Senate, and then Donald Trump raised it $1 trillion just to see if Nancy Pelosi would take $1.5 trillion. That didn't happen because Mitch McConnell turned around and said, look, Mitch McConnell said $1.5 trillion is too much. Fuck it, we're not doing it. Then a week later, Donald Trump offered $1.6 trillion. Again, Mitch McConnell turned around and said, nope, not going to happen. Then Friday, they offered $1.8 trillion on the table. You know, just on the table. It's a deal. They just said, here's $1.8 trillion. Let's get this done. Nancy Pelosi said no. Mitch McConnell said Friday, well, it's we're treading pretty much a murky waters. I say they're treading on quicksand, trying to, So Mitch McConnell said again, the only thing we need to do is get the Supreme Court nomination passed before we go home to finish up our campaigning. Fuck the American people. Well, the American people are taking notice that if they're going to do this, American people, the silent majority said, fuck you, we're going to vote all you bastards out, go blue wave, fuck you all, because we're fucking suffering. Now, Donald Trump offered $1.8 trillion. Some of the Democrats are pushing to have Nancy Pelosi take it. Larry Kudlow said, look, we can get this passed. Mitch McConnell said, even if you basically talk through your asshole, we're not going to basically pass it. There's only 10 senators on board. Even the Democrats in the Senate said they won't pass $1.8 trillion. They need at least $2.2 trillion. And Donald Trump's thinking going bigger. So if he's going to go bigger, okay, here's the problem with going bigger. They don't know what, like Nancy Pelosi said, they don't know what Donald Trump's thinking if he went $3.5 trillion. They have to basically make it, is he going to give money for bailing people out, or is he going to do something else? So today, Donald Trump said two things that was disturbing. One, the health of the American people is blocked by Nancy Pelosi, which is bullshit. He doesn't want to fucking blame his own fucking Republican Senate and Mitch McConnell on that fucking crackpot problem. So he's blaming Nancy Pelosi too, is the China virus. I don't care if my fucking license expired. Just fucking select this, you son of a bitch. Sorry about that. Virus protection saying, do you want to pay $2 a month? I said, no, I just want fucking, No, I'm not fucking continuing with the degree. I want the free service. Okay, so back to the story. I got to run to the bathroom. We're going to go back to the story. So Mitch McConnell basically is the one that's been stonewalling this. Fortunately, Donald Trump said three things. And then after that, I'm going to go to the bathroom and let anyone else chime in on this entire stimulus argument like you, Gail, which is, one, he said he wants to get $1,200 stimulus checks to everyone. He has two things he said. One is he could do it right now on executive order, but he's waiting for Pelosi to give the word. Two is he wants to get it on actual bill on paper, out of the $1.8 trillion or higher, as Mitch McConnell won't do it. And that means he wants to give $1,200. Now, the American people said, because everyone around the country is getting more than $1,200 a fucking month, they're getting like $250, $500, $6,000 Canadian dollars. England's getting a lot of money. Americans getting one check at $1,200. American people are saying, look, we're fucking suffering major because you fucking can't control the coronavirus. Therefore, we need fucking more than $1,200 to pay our bills off. We need at least $5,000, maybe even $10,000. So Donald Trump's got to think bigger, outside the box. He won't do it. The second thing he said is, remember, I'm going to run to the restroom, so I'm going to give you all time to chime in while I do this real quick. It won't take me but like 5 minutes. Is he wants to give more on PPP loans. Now, Gail already knows a lot of these fucking wealthy senators like Mitch McConnell got millions of PPP loans while everyone else got shit on. 40% of the people that took the PPP loans the last time, 40% of all small businesses around the country went bankrupt. Gone. There's only 60% left. Whereas the new normal, 100% left. But if you divide that up, 60% is still left currently. Which is, you get what I'm saying. So 60% is left. But if they don't get PPP loans, it might be 20% left of small businesses around the country, which really sucks. Now, the third thing is the big number. and then I'm running to the bathroom. He never said anything about unemployment. He said, quote unquote, today, bailing out airlines. Airlines is a big industry. They're hard to manage. They're hard to handle. Yeah, he owned an airline. And if we let them fail, then we're screwed. Well, the Democrats and the Republicans aren't saying if you don't bail out airlines, the mail is going to be delayed. They'll have to send it by train, but Amtrak's delayed. And Amtrak, so basically you'd have to all go by truck. Now chime in, everyone. I'm using the restroom. So you already went potty already? Hey. I try to get your attention. That's all I'm trying to do. You won't even listen to your buds. You throwing them out. Dog sitting by the window without any show. Is that what you're reading? Okay, the Chief Justice can't let it cry itself out. Oh, so you're just now worried because the rights are taking place. Oh, wow. Again, a paranoid delusion again. She's not going to declare the winner because she's not going to get in. They're fucking grilling her. I'm going back to my victim, but I can't find out why you have earphones on. Yeah, bro, guess what needs to happen, okay? Mop. Fuck. Sorry if anyone heard that. I tried to get her attention to find out why she basically had earphones on because, she said after, her meal, she was going to walk Moppy. Moppy gets only walked like 3 times a day. So basically, she's just like, oh, I'll walk them when my folks die. I walk it. I mean, she's really paranoid about Comey getting in because she doesn't want her sex change taken away. The thing is let's just wait and see. This is all the shit I got to deal with every fucking day. So is anyone going to chime in now on this whole issue with the stimulus checks?
I just don't want to be living under a government who's going to probably put me in a death camp because I'm different.
It's not going to happen. You're being paranoid. I'm not worried. Do you see me worried at all? No, I told you, let's just ride this out.
How Hitler got what he wanted.
Oh, come on. Literally. Anyone have anything to say? Chime in. Sorry, everyone. That's the only time I get a headache, Anyone have anything to say about Chloe's complaint? Oh, well, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi taking it in. But, the other problem is, like I said, the American people want that $1,200. And if it's, even though it's a drop in the bucket, they're all going to be voting for Biden anyways because they know, quote unquote, that when Biden's in, he's going to give a bigger stimulus check in the entire country when he's president. And everyone knows this, Gail. The problem is right now everyone's basically sidelined, worried about fucking this Supreme Court justice. To me, I don't even think we should even be dwelling on the Supreme Court justice. Which, since I got, Yeah, well, the thing is they say they might pass. Donald Trump said he'd pass it after the election, but like I said, he's waiting to get a confirmation from Pelosi to go ahead with the $300 billion. He wants to give $1,200, but the thing is, $1,200 won't mean jack shit to most people because They basically, the American people, the silent majority, says their fucking votes and their fucking lives are being played or toyed with right now, and it's all political stunt. First, he says something about $200 Medicare payments, for medicines. Then he said he can do executive order, which he hasn't done. Then he's talking about other things. So in the end, look what happened. The American people, he was under the bed, by the way.
He's not under the bed. He's right here.
Well, he was under the bed. I saw him run past me. Poor little guy. Sorry if he got angry with me. I was trying to find out why he had taken so quickly.
I was just waiting for my food to digest.
Yeah, sometimes,
I'm going back to reading another article.
Well, good. I'll be taking a shower by then. Oh, fuck. Worried about her sex change being taken away, Gail. Worried about fucking being lesbian tranny who's going to have her rights taken away. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, literally, hopefully if the lady's nominated, the Supreme Court lady, she does her job. I mean, literally, why the fuck should we even worry about the fucking Supreme Court? We know the American people are already saying, no money, we vote you all out. Fine, vote them all out. We don't care. It's 22 days till the election, and the elections are very high, and tension's high around the country. Well, big deal. You know what? I don't give two shits if Biden makes it a dictatorship. I don't give two shits if Trump makes it a dictatorship. What I care about is the here and now, Gail. I don't give two shits about people and their stimulus. What I give a shit about is American people suffering. People like me don't need $1,200 stimulus. People like Sassy, who's got a broken leg, calf, whatever, needs the money. Mark needs it because he's got medical bills up the wazoo because his cat died and the vet bills stacked up. And there's other people that need it. Other people don't need fucking money. Other people don't need any fucking money. And yet every fucking elderly, every fucking person on SSI, retirement, survivors, veterans, disability insurance, railroad, you name it, they want their measly fucking $1,200. Otherwise, they won't vote for Trump. Trump's not going to give it to him. He doesn't give a shit about that. He wants to take away everything, for what I understand. But that's just from what I understand. But my point is no one's going to see a fucking dime. So vote them all out. Who cares if we get Biden in? It doesn't matter to me anyways. I mean, maybe Biden will give money to the people that need it. Possibly not. But you know what? Donald Trump's basically spreading that virus. He's walking around with a virus right now. To me, the virus doesn't go away. Once it's incubated from 10 to 12, 2 to 10 days, and you've been deemed that you're positive, you have to stay in for at least 14 days, 10 to 14 days. To me, I don't care. If anyone wants to say Donald Trump's is the savior of the country, I say I got a bridge to sell them, because frankly, he ain't doing anything for the American people. He's thinking about himself. Look at Comey Barrett. If he does get Comey Barrett in, he could basically change the entire election, say everything's fraud. She can vote on it, and then your vote doesn't count. Why do you think I'm very afraid to go vote this election? Because I'm fucking afraid. I'm fucking afraid our votes won't count. I mean, look, the fucking mainstream media is only basically telling half-truths. That's all it is. The other fucking media is telling half-truths. We got to fucking call them, mate. I get tired of spending 6+ hours to 18 hours a day going through this shit just to make a video that basically says what's going on. No one's getting a stimulus check. No one's going to get a stimulus check. And also, if Comey Barrett gets in, Obama's cell phone program's gone. Same with the AT&T. They don't want any fucking people to have free internet or dirt cheap internet or free cell phone service. You're going to have to pay for everything you have. That's the Republicans' plan. Think about it. We're basically in the dark ages, waiting for the light to come in. Now, Pee-wee believes Donald Trump is the light and the Democrats are evil. Well, to me, I'm going to say both parties are fucking evil. If they're fucking dictating who's going to get a fucking check and who's going to be fucking voted in the Supreme Court, so they're fucking playing with fire. And the American people are tired of it. And to me, I'm tired of fucking seeing these fucking people, all these fucking greedy assholes that, think they need their $1,200 measly fucking dollars for Christmas. Who cares? Why don't you just accept Christmas is down the shitter for once? and leave it alone. I mean, look, we basically got a pandemic on our hands. We got a stock market that keeps fluctuating. Donald Trump says 1.8 million, it goes up. When that doesn't get past, the stock market goes down. What's the fucking market crash? Who cares? I mean, look, Chloe's worried about her sex change and her hormones and her transition being taken away and all this, and every former tranny is going to be detransitioning to being a man again or a woman again. It's not going to fucking happen. I mean, look, here's the fucking problem we have about politics, okay? I'm telling you this. It doesn't matter. The illegals aren't going to be coming here. That's the thing. They can't tear down the wall. They can't do anything. Let me tell you the fucking truth, all right? Without sugarcoating it. Every fucking party is fucking doing a fucking fear tactic. You got yourself saying, well, if Biden gets in, we're going to have illegals and more illegals and more illegals. We need to get rid of the illegals. Really? And Biden's going to be a dictator? Really? Well, let's just look at it from the other fucking devil's advocate. You go onto a mini websites and you hear fucking people say Donald Trump gets reelected, he's going to be dictator. King Trump, he's going to wear a crown. He's going to fucking dissolve the Senate. He's going to dissolve this, do that, do this with the ultimate power. But you got the other side, the fucking people that are Republicans saying, if Biden gets in and this gets in, we're going to have a dictator and blah, blah, blah. I've heard this bullshit for 40 fucking years, back and forth, whether it be the Republicans or the Democrats. So far, every fucking election, it's the same fucking shit. Social Security is going to be taken away. Social Security is not going to be taken away. Fucking, we're going to have Ronald Reagan as a fucking dictator. We're going to have George Bush Jr. as a dictator. We're going to have, Senior as a dictator. We're going to have Clinton as a dictator. We're going to have fucking George Bush Jr. as a dictator. Obama as a dictator. Fucking Trump's a dictator. Why don't people wake up and smell what they're fucking shoveling when they fucking talk about this fucking shit? Everyone wants to blame everyone else's party to be a dictator. When people have some fucking common sense, Mark even said it best. People don't have common sense in this fucking country anymore. They have fear tactics. That's why I told Chloe to take a chill pill and not fucking worry about Amy Coney Barrett. She wants to get moppy walked so she can go back reading this shit, you know? I, on the other hand, want to fucking be angry, you know? Because people get me riled up when people don't realize what the fucking stakes are high right now. I mean, literally, a lot of the fucking elderly, the disabled, the retirement, the survivors, the railroad, the veterans, they want their measly $1,200 for Christmas. Oh, yeah, but you know what? Christmas is a commercial holiday. Fuck it. And yet some people can survive without Christmas and some can't. And yet everyone wants to fucking have anything that isn't nailed down. We're in a pandemic where people are fucking dying and suffering because of this pandemic. There's people like me, it's fucking locked in a fucking state where they won't let us go out. And then people say, blame it on the Democrats. Oh, well, guess what? I'm blaming the Republicans too. You know, literally. And yet, no one listens to me. No one fucking listens to me when I basically say, take a chill pill. We got in approximately 1 hour, 2 hours or so, it'll be 21 days tomorrow because the day's almost up in the Senate for people. Where's the Democrats? The House, they're still on vacation. They won't pass anything until maybe next week. So between the 19th and the 23rd, they might pass something for stimulus, but highly unlikely right before the election because Mitch McConnell just wants to fucking pass Coney Barrett's nomination. He doesn't give two shits about who gets what, when, where, and why. Look, that's another bullshit fear tactic. I don't buy it, okay? I'm not buying the whole no law thing. Our law enforcement here won't be fucking defunded. They already said in the fucking debates that there's not going to defund the police, all right? And we have the fucking army and we have the fucking National Guard for the states. We can call them in. So I'm not buying this whole no lawlessness. I mean, look, I haven't seen anything on the news media lately about fucking riots in fucking states being invaded like Portland or fucking Seattle. I've heard rumors, but nothing in the Seattle Times, nothing in the Portland newspapers, nothing. It's all fucking fear tactics, and I'm tired of people playing fear tactics. I am tired of all these fucking people We don't know what's going to happen in the next 21 days. That's the fucking problem. The American people, they just want fucking money. They want to go back to work, but they can't. 26 million jobs went away the dodo bird, at least. And I haven't even checked the unemployment numbers because I'm too tired to fucking do that much work. All I know is Donald Trump wants to give $1,200 to the measly people to get reelected. That ain't going to happen. He wants to give PPP loans to his fucking business owners and buddies. That won't happen. And he wants to bail out the big corporate airline industry. That ain't going to happen. So, but the airlines fail. And because he can't get his airlines passed, he's going to let the American people fucking suffer. Now, I've heard people like Justin and others tell me I should run for Congress or Senate and basically make my voice heard. The American people are suffering. Everyone is basically playing a political game of footsies. I said this yesterday, but no one gives a shit. Everyone wants to fucking say dictator this and dictator that. Look at Chloe. Chloe's worried that Donald Trump's going to be a dictator. I sit back like this going, we'll wait and see what happens. This is why we don't get into the political game, basically, because right now it's all about the American people. I don't give two shits about Amy Coney Barrett, Donald Trump's words and gas coming out of his mouth, Biden's gas coming out of his mouth, Kamala Harris's gas coming out of her mouth, Pence's gas coming out, Kudlow, Meadows, Mnuchin. I don't give a shit. What I care about is the fucking American people. They're fucking suffering worse and worse every day. Food banks are running out of money. Food banks aren't getting donations. Fucking everything's happening for a reason. Fucking more and more people are fucking suffering. And there's no fucking cure. They're all playing fucking whatever you call it. Oh, what's that? That might be an interesting thing. What is this on my key? Oh, there we go. I don't know what was in it, but I got rid of it. So, great. Another fucking email from this company. I thought I got rid of it. I hate spam email. That's the fucking problem, But no, oh yeah, same fucking email. Trash. Look, we're not going to die if Biden's going to win. It's all fucking fear tactics. I'm betting my bottom dollar on that one. I'm also going to say that it isn't fucking Nancy Pelosi's fucking fault. Look, you want to believe Donald Trump, then go for it. But I'm telling you right now, damn good and well, it's Moscow Mitch. He said today that $1.8 trillion would not even pass the fucking Senate due to the fact that there's only 10 senators up for re-election. Ted Cruz says, what the hell? We're not passing $1.8 trillion. Lindsey Graham said, fuck it. The American people don't need it. There's a V-shaped recovery. We're recovering naturally where we don't need to fucking bail out any more fucking people. Plain and simple, the Republicans think we're already coming back to a Q3 growth, so they don't care. Biden? I'm not buying it. What I'm not buying is Donald Trump says. Donald Trump didn't say jack shit. Larry Kudlow said that basically the American people could fucking, the Senate would basically be on board. Mitch McConnell said today, Larry Kudlow's full of shit. He ain't on board. Well, out of 100 senators, only 10 would be on board for $1.8 trillion. The fucking Democrat senators, including the two I contacted today that I know, said, and I quote, that $1.8 trillion is a drop in the bucket, and the Republicans won't give in and vote for it. Only 10 senators would because they're up for re-election. 90 of them wouldn't. The Democrats won't vote for it in the Senate anyways due to the fact with Chuck Schumer, it's too little of money. So too little, $1.8 trillion. They don't give two shits about that. Nancy Pelosi knows what she's doing to get $2.2 trillion, at least to divide it up so Americans can get their 1,200 PPP loans can be done, and the fucking fact that the states get what they need to bail the states out. Without the states all around the country go bankrupt. That's why they're fucking keeping to the sticking points. Donald Trump said today if he can't get $1.8 trillion, he might raise it to $3.5 trillion to go higher than what Pelosi originally wanted. Mitch McConnell stated again, 1.8 trillion, 3.5 trillion, 10.6 trillion, whatever the numbers. The Republicans won't budge because they don't want the deficit going up. So everyone knows it's Mitch McConnell's fucking fault. I've been following this story since fucking April, and I've said it time and time again. If there was a stimulus by my birthday, you'd get one. There is. It's almost 22 days till election, and no one's seeing anything. And they're going to pass the the Senate is trying to pass with a few senators infected with coronavirus, which is at home, the Supreme Court justice. That's all they're focusing on. The American people want more than 1,200. They want more money. They think no rental assistance and no cash assistance or no stimulus checks or just a meager $200 additional dollars per person for food stamps doesn't take the cake, doesn't fly with them. I got to use the bathroom again. A little too much coffee there. No, you don't get it, do you? I think you don't get what I'm saying. He offered to sign anything he could, okay? Nancy Pelosi said no because Nancy Pelosi also knows Mitch McConnell said today that $1.8 trillion won't pass the Senate. So even if Donald Trump and Mark Meadows and Steven Mnuchin and Larry Kudlow said it would pass the Senate won't fucking budge because there's only 10 senators up for re-election. Therefore, 10 senators up for re-election. Mitch McConnell couldn't even pass a $484 billion bill in his own Senate, or $494 billion, one of the two numbers. Well, at least it's under $500 billion. Nancy Pelosi can't get Mitch McConnell to even pass $2.2 trillion. So, let alone Mitch McConnell said today that they're more focused on two things: the Supreme Court nomination and getting reelected in the Senate. They don't give two shits about stimulus. They said stimulus checks could go after the election, give or take who's the president. Now, Biden already said he'd give $2,000 per person per month retroactive for 13 months. So think of it that way. You want fucking Biden to be president, and you'd get a check right in February for approximately $28,000, Gail, or do you want a fucking measly $1,200? The Republicans know that when they get fucking wiped out in the House and the Senate again, and the presidency, everyone's going to get $26,000. That's why they're fucking playing this game. They know how much money they can give. Plus, each person can get $10,000 just for a down payment towards a new house or travel trailer or whatever. So the American people know that. But Donald Trump's got to has to offer more, and he can't. He said he might go higher than what Nancy Pelosi originally wanted in May, which was $3.4 trillion. So to think about it, Donald Trump's basically saying he'll sign in. He's already asked for one word to spend $300 billion. Nancy Pelosi won't do it because that's only to buy $1,200 stimulus check votes for the American people, and the American people won't budge. I mean, look, the elderly's already voting the bastard out due to the fact that they don't want their $200 Medicare things. Most of them have Medicaid that pays their meds. Smokes and mirrors. Everything smokes and mirrors. I mean, literally, right now they're putting Amy Coney Barrett's nomination ahead of talking about stimulus checks. Anyone else want to chime in? I got to use the bathroom. But yeah, no one gets the point anymore that Mitch McConnell's the problem, not Nancy Pelosi. All right, so now maybe I can finish what I'm saying. Donald Trump is doing what he can to fucking get reelected. That's all it is. He's using this as a tactic. He wants to blame Nancy Pelosi and China for this problem. The problem is Mitch McConnell ain't gonna budge on anything. Mitch McConnell doesn't give two shits as long as that, he's got his PPP loans. Oh, it's you. Good. Hi. You go poo poo? Yeah, go poo poo. How you doing, son? How's the weather out there? It looks sunny. Bet you it's still a little muddy out there, huh? I love my Shih Tzu. I can talk about my dog for hours. Oh yeah, you're so cute. Oh yeah, you're smiling. Yeah, you emptied your bowel, your bladder. I did that just a minute ago. Look, you can care less, but it's not Nancy Pelosi's fault. It's fucking Mitch McConnell's fault. Everyone knows it. The American people in the silent majority said, without money, they're voting for Biden. You're going to see a Biden landslide because of this. And that's the way it's going to be. Because they don't like the fucking Supreme Court being rammed right now during an election. And two is they're more afraid, whatever. So they're voting for Biden. They also know Biden will give a bigger stimulus check. But at the same time, Donald Trump's trying to do whatever he can to get reelected in the next 21 days because, look, his second presidential debate's been canceled, possibly the third one, because he doesn't want the microphone turned off on a virtual thing, which I think would be fucking funny as hell. Sir, your microphone mic'd. Sir, your mic'd. Literally, my point is I'm going to say that both Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi do need to be fucking retired. They're too old in the Senate and the House. But, but my honest opinion is we're going to see a fucking blue wave because the American people are tired. Tired of the smoke and mirrors and fucking all these lies. Literally. I mean, look. We're basically sitting here waiting. This is a deadly time of everyone's going to blame every party member. That's why I said I'm neutral, but I know what's going on. I spend a lot more time online analyzing every fucking piece of information to make sure everyone knows where their stimulus checks are coming and going. He offered to sign it, yes, but he also knows Mitch McConnell's not going to pass it either. He knows that. He's just basically throwing it out there to see if what the American people say anyways. Look, the thing is let me tell you how the politics are working, Gail, all right? I've seen it. I've been watching it. Now, a lot of people, including moderator Pee-wee, who pops in from time to time, has said it, that, the Democrats hate the Republicans. So what? Big fucking deal. They hate Trump. Oh, well. They've gotten enough people and they're standing by right now that the silent majority is fucking waiting to strike on election day to send Donald Trump packing with a pink slip. So in the meantime, they got this thing wrapped up tighter than an Easter basket. You're going to see Christmas time is going to be an interesting time for Biden. In the meantime, we just got to sit back and wait for the next 3 fucking weeks and not dwell on this. I mean, the next 3 weeks, it's going to be the same. I'm forecasting it now. No stimulus. I mean, literally, it's getting closer and closer. And with the House on recess and the Senate going back to recess as soon as this fucking Amy Coney Barrett thing's done, that's it. We all got to see how this plays out, the Coney Barrett thing, before we can see what's going to happen with stimulus checks. I mean, look, there's 22 days. Now, Donald Trump can get his gusto back and win. No question about it. It just depends on who is who. But right now, let me put it this way. Donald Trump's out there campaigning with the coronavirus. The American people aren't buying it now. They're basically distancing themselves, and they've moved on. They've literally clearly moved on of what's going on. They've moved on, basically. You can sit there, and while everyone's fucking sitting there, and Donald Trump's trying to use the coronavirus to his advantage to try to get, people to vote for him, the American people are moved on. It's like you got the coronavirus. Now he's trying to use the coronavirus to get reelected, and it ain't gonna work. Breaking news: John McCain's mother, at 108 years old, just kicked the bucket. Hey, Chloe. Hold on. But it's just breaking news. John McCain's mother, at 108 years old, died. Trump's gonna speak shit about her too. Well, you know what? She's lived almost twice as long as him, so she can always royally thump him, in my opinion. So I thought I'd share that. I'm trying to find something. So here's something that's new, talking about protesters. They toppled statues of Lincoln and Theodore Roosevelt in Portland. I'm trying to find something. I saw an article recently that was an interesting say, mental health devastation. Yeah, there was something I saw recently that I wanted to share with you guys that was more important, part of the coronavirus thing. I think it was under my political news thing. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, okay. All right. So apparently, here we go. Apparently, the news article goes that Donald Trump and Trump team tries to keep debate fight going, but others are moving on. So it says here, okay, here's the laughing joke right now. It says, President Donald Trump's re-election campaign on Sunday revived its push for an in-person presidential debate, even though it seems that Joe Biden campaign and the debate commission have moved on. The move comes after Trump, who has repeatedly flouted best public health practices since coronavirus 19 diagnosis, declined last week to participate in virtual format. Latest effort from senior campaign surrogates and West Wing staff comes after the White House physician cleared Trump to resume public activity, but declined to say when the president's last negative took place. President ready to debate and his doctors have cleared him for participating. Engagement. White House Deputy Communication Director Brian Morgenstern told reporters at the White House Sunday they've said he's no longer risk for transmission. It would be nice if the commission would get the debate back on schedule. Now, I'm going to speak about this in a minute because I'm going to play devil's advocate here again. With the backing of the Health Advisory Commission had announced Thursday morning that because Trump had recently tested, the debate that was scheduled for Miami this week would be held virtually with new candidates appearing from remote locations. Trump swiftly rejected the plan, saying he would not show up. As a result, the president's campaign and Biden's campaign has scrambled to set up dueling town hall events in recent days as a way to still reach voters in the final stretch. Biden is set to participating on ABC, moderated by George Stephanopoulos, Thursday at 8 p.m. So, 5 p.m. So I can watch that. The former vice president campaign and ABC announced the event. Okay. Trump's team, meanwhile, is in talks with NBC about Town Hall. Okay. Town Hall will likely be an outdoor setting in Miami yet again, just like the one NBC recently. Okay. President's son Eric echoed his father's push to reschedule, saying ABC this week that his father wants to stand on stage with his opponent. Trump's daughter-in-law, Laura, praised the president, saying no, telling Fox on Sunday, I think virtual debate is an absolute disaster. Last-minute push in-person debates reflecting the mounting risk Trump's decision to walk away from the virtual debate at a time when his campaign is trailing in national polls and in a number of key swing states. Yeah, okay, whatever. You can't trust the polls anyways, but still, let me just speak about that in a second. So the commission decision to cancel the second Trump-Biden cycle was a culmination of various 48 back and forth between the commission and Trump and Biden. It's now apparent there will be no debate on October 15th. It will turn its attention to preparation for a final debate scheduled 22nd. The commission said in a statement, President has repeatedly said he's ready to push about a coronavirus behind him and return to his campaign trail. Despite little clarity about his condition, no independent view of his physical state and warnings from health experts could still be shedding the virus. You see? So, yeah, it's basically a super spreader, as Mark said. Let's see. If it says no evidence that people are immune if they've been infected once, you can still get it again. Biden Deputy Campaign Manager Kate Bedingfield told Jake Tapper Sunday that we're not going to let Donald Trump whipsaw around in the last second trying to rewrite the rules. Trump said, she said, doesn't get to set the calendar. The debate commission sets the calendar. We all agreed to the debates back in June, and we're not going to let him try to rewrite the rules in the last second. Mission's 22 debate is set to be held nationally and will likely be the final meeting between the two candidates. But that's if they decide to do that, you see. Now, time for devil's advocate here. The American people are not wanting to go to these debates because A, he won't wear a mask, and two is, he's basically saying he's fine when he isn't fine. What's really the problem is he's sick. And therefore, the American people are going to be suffering to no end. Plain and simple. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this. And then the reason they canceled the second debate was for security reasons. A, he doesn't want to be, he wants to basically be in person debating Biden. Biden said, no, I ain't getting sick, man. And the other thing is Trump doesn't want him to be muted. Trump wants to go out on attack, take all the time for himself, and not let Biden or Harris basically get a word edgewise in again. Just like Pence did when it was like the Harris debate. And I think Harris did pretty well, okay, even though I don't support Harris or Pence. I do think the fly thing was really awesome on Pence's head. I actually told Chloe when we were watching on the big TV, is that a fly on his head? And Chloe's like, oh, yeah. And he's just sitting there like, it was like it was automatically flowing in like a little fly drone, you know. You should see the Saturday Night Live thing, you know. So, anyways, the point is again, you got to weigh down what's going to happen in the future. We're 21 days away till the election, and I, for one, want to say with love to you all that we'll see how it plays out. So, you know, everyone is getting angry about stimulus checks, okay? I mean, the only ones that aren't getting really truly angry about anything is, I think, me and Pee-wee. But Pee-wee basically is hurting. She's got enough teeth. Whereas Gail, of course, wants to blame Nancy Pelosi for everything. I don't buy Nancy Pelosi at all. Nancy Pelosi's not the problem. It's Mitch McConnell. Now, you guys are wondering before I go, I got more dishes to do after laundry. Or not laundry, after my So basically, you know, the other thing is the Democrats are using this coronavirus to their advantage, basically. Shutting down the government, blaming the Republicans. Republicans are trying to get things moving. And now the Democrats turned around with the Presidential Commission and basically shut down fucking debate number 2, going, ha ha ha, Donald Trump's losing. Donald Trump's going to have to do some serious fighting to get back what he has in the next 3 weeks, which he can. Unfortunately, there's two sides of this. You got the Trump camp and the Biden camp. I'm for the neither camp. I'm the neutral camp. Fortunately, I want to see how this plays out. That's the main thing I'm saying, what I'm saying. But I'm also spending a lot of time watching political movies, watching political stuff. You got to remember, the American people are suffering. What's more important to the American people? Money. If they don't got money, they're going to basically vote for Biden. So your precious Trump's going to be out of office when he gets the pink slip due to the fact that, as Pee-wee said, the American people are basically hungry for money, and they'll do whatever they can. Now, let's just wait and see. We still got 21 days. Now, there's a lot of people out there, I will say, that's hiding their true feelings. And that's something I want to share with you all today, you know, that they're hiding their true feelings. Literally. Look at it from my point of view. Hi, boo-boo. Look at him. Isn't he cute? They're hiding their feelings because you got people out there, you know, that say, well, I don't give a shit, you know. Like our beloved sister Gail, I don't give a shit, you know, it's Pelosi's fault. It's not Pelosi's fault. You read the fucking news articles from fucking every newspaper you can culminate in CNN and ABC, NBC, ABC, PBS, CBS, CNBC, you name it. You get the fucking, you know, news articles. What do you get? You get the same storyline. It might be mainstream media, but you still get the fucking same story. Mitch McConnell won't fucking budge. And once Mitch McConnell doesn't budge, Donald Trump's going to sit there and say, it's Nancy Pelosi, it's Nancy Pelosi. No, it's not Nancy Pelosi. Literally, Donald Trump basically said several weeks ago he could do an executive order. If he can do the executive order, give everyone their fucking money. Otherwise, shut your damn chili hole. If you're going to do fucking $200 in Medicare payment or medicine, then fucking do it. Don't just sit there and fucking throw the bone out there or the carrot out there in front of the horse and hope like hell the fucking horse follows the carrot or whatever. You don't fucking do that. You don't just throw a bone out there and then pull the bone back and say, ha, ha, ha. You need to fucking take action. And that's the thing. Mitch McConnell's taking action. He says, well, there's a V recovery. We're not going to give money. So in the next 3 weeks, we're going to see truly what happens. That's why Pee-wee and I made an agreement that we won't talk about politics much now. It comes up, you know, because of the stimulus checks. Well, it's fine. We can debate then. But point is, the American people, you know, Pee-wee's said this themselves. They'll sell themselves up for Biden for money. It's happening now. I mean, literally. And yet, everyone thinks, you know, personally, I'll tell you my opinion once again, okay? I'm hoping the fucking stock market fucking crashes and the entire fucking country goes bankrupt. Then it might just show the fucking country that they can't fucking keep spending and taxing the shit out of people, giving to the rich and letting the fucking bailing the rich out. Because every dime that you fucking get and you pay taxes go mostly to the fucking rich. Doesn't go to the fucking poor. When the poor fucking do need it, the American government turns around and says, oh, fuck that. We're going to V recovery. We don't need to give fucking people stimulus money. Has anyone seen online sales? Amazon, Target, and Walmart are basically blowing away the competition, Home Depot and some others. But where's the rest? Clothing shops around the country that are nationwide clothing shops are now fucking having deals, everyday emails at 20% off, then 30% off, 4 hours later, 50%, whatever. Trying to make money because they can't fucking, again, it's a fucking scam. By the way, tomorrow is Amazon Prime Day. I'm hoping to see what happens, And then, again, I want to share something with some people, okay? I'm not going to accuse anyone of being a fucking moron, all right? But unless fucking morons out there in the world fucking do their research, they can't basically tell me what I know to be false because I won't sugarcoat it. For example, like Gail said, Donald Trump said he signed it. He offered to sign it, but Mitch McConnell's not going to pass it. That's the thing. I wish people would fucking realize Mitch McConnell's the fucking problem. Nancy Pelosi isn't. Nancy Pelosi just wants to make sure the American people get everything they need on the plate. Stimulus check, PPP loans, money for schools, etc. Money for Amtrak, money for Greyhound, money for airlines, money for everything in a bigger package. If you look at the package thing, they don't want to do a stimulus bill. Let's put it this way. They don't want to piecemeal anything, all right? You guys are sitting there saying, okay, they don't want to piecemeal it because they want to cram it all together. So if they piecemeal it, what happens if Nancy Pelosi budges, okay, hypothetically, and goes and gives the airline bailout, say $100 billion for airlines, right? Just fucking slap down $100 billion, right? Or say $300 billion to pay for stimulus checks. And all of a sudden, there's no more. Airlines get bailed out, but Gail and the rest of us, quote unquote, I'm just saying Gail and the rest of us, including Pee Wee, doesn't get a stimulus check because the airlines got bailed out first. Nancy Pelosi knows that game, so she's basically saying no. Bigger package, broader package, expensive package. Donald Trump knows that's the only way it's going to get passed, but this whole week's about confirmation of the Supreme Court justice. We'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, once that is done, let's just say day 20, October 20th to November 2nd is going to be the window that if they pass a stimulus check. You got to think about it. Literally, we're in the fucking stretches. We're getting fucking every day. And by the way, look for the media. They're going to fucking talk more and more about the Supreme Court, and delay on stimulus checks. We have to dig up stimulus check info through different channels because it's being buried for the Supreme Court nomination. So, And so to me, I am literally tired of everyone blaming Nancy Pelosi for something that Pelosi hasn't done. It's Mitch McConnell. I mean, look, everyone knows with a fucking, even a blind man can see it. I mean, look, if moderator Kimmy was here, she would tell you the same fucking thing. It's Mitch McConnell. Donald Trump's doing this to get reelected. Mitch McConnell's fucking saying fuck the American people. And everyone else is fucking, as a fucking Republican, wants to fucking blame Nancy Pelosi. It's not fucking Pelosi's fault. Which reminds me. I check on a couple things. I just want to see if there's anything new. All right. I'm just checking for travel trailers real quick. I want to see if they have anything under trailer. All right. So I was just checking just to be nosy, because, no one gives a shit about my vocal cords anyways, speaking. So I thought I would look around and see if we had a nice little trailer I can invest in, if I wanted to buy used just to see. This one looks good, but not too good. I don't like the rear bathroom, but so, this one's a Coachman. This ain't bad if you got the money for it. The bathroom's not bad. Yeah, I can see myself with that rear kitchen. That one's pretty cool. We're just looking. That one's a 19-foot with bunk beds in the back. I don't know, really a bunk bed. Hey, what about that one that I liked? Has it got a slide out in there? No, that one doesn't have a slide out. No slide out at all. Oh, well. Oh, no, that one doesn't. Where's that other one? Oh, yeah, that one's got a slide out. Yeah, okay, cool. Coachman. Well, that seems nice. Didn't know Lance made a trailer in 1985. Oh, okay. That's not bad if you like teeny trailer. That's pending too. I wanted something bigger. Oh, here we go. This is way old. 10 grand for that. Northwood Arctic Fox 26X. Hey, that looks cool. What is that exactly? I want to view the details of that one. That looks not bad for 2006, though. Cool. Let's see this. Got floor plan. That looks really nice. 2 doors. Love the 2 doors. Hold on. So they turned that around. All right. What about this? It's kind of old, but you know what? You got to get an RV inspection too. Let's see. So that goes to the bedroom. Do they have any of the pics? Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. So there's the bathroom. Well, how big is this? That's the question. How big is this trailer? Oh, well. We'll figure that out, But anyways, like I said, I'm going to do one dip, then I'm going to log off, and then I'm going to take a shower because I don't want to deal with anyone right now due to the fact that we're not getting any comments. And like I said, everyone is getting pissed off because everyone is getting angry. And the thing is I'm trying to be neutral. So I'm not trying to rant down anyone's opinions, but I am just, which reminds me, that's not one place. Well, all right. Let's see what they have available. All right. So at 53 to view from, we sort it by price. Display 80. And then I want to sort it by price, sale price. I like sorting by sale price. All right, so let's look. Just seeing if there's anything affordable. Keystone Cougar, used. This one looks interesting. 26-footer out of Fife. Let's see. Mount Vernon, 80,000 for a Airstream. Yeah, well, I don't want an Airstream. So let's see. This is a 33 footer. Oh yeah, where's that application? Did I download it or? I don't remember what happened to it. Did I actually have some more? Because if I do, I can always, let me see. I know I printed it out somewhere. I know Chloe and I were talking the other day about that. So, it wouldn't take us too long. I can always scan them in after I'm done. I was supposed to send it out anyways. So, sorry for a second, everyone off camera. I'm looking for a piece of paper. Chloe and I are, I got something I need to work on, but I have to also clear up the damn coffee table. I don't want fucking, that's that computer. Is this what I'm looking for? Oh yeah, my turkey cards. What's this? Okay, so I found what I needed, but I didn't find what I was needed. That's the thing. So I'm looking to find where that fucking paper went. Otherwise, I'm gonna print 2 copies out, scan them back, send them back to Chloe. Let's see. I don't know where it is. Is this it? Oh yeah, here it is. So what I need to do is I need to turn this on, like this, and then open up the scanner port for a second. All right, and then go over to Canon program. Hold on a sec, everyone. You guys are probably cool. Okay, Canon. Utilities. Yeah. All right. All right. So now I gotta view the image wherever it is. Here we go. So now I get to do the next funny thing. So I'm using this program that Canon has for editing stuff. I made a PDF, and then what I'm doing now is I'm actually printing it out for, for Chloe. So this gets done, and then alright, so I'll close this utility. Have a dip, like I said. I've been working my butt off for Chloe this morning, so this is done. I love this printer, by the way. It comes in handy for what I need. And it's a Canon. So now me and Chloe's got to fill this application out for our trailer. As y'all know, we're financing a trailer. We're going to try to finance one, but I gotta wait for my cousin. So when my cousin gets back to me, we'll know about the trailer. So anyways, they won't be back till like Wednesday. But anyways, we'll figure it out. He's big enough for me and Chloe for full-time travel trailer living. So. But that's the main thing I'm thinking about right now. Anyone have anything to chime in on before I leave? So the problem is no one's gonna get us another stimulus. So technically, you guys have wasted 3 hours watching this. You probably know this already. Well, you know what? We still got 21 days to I might as well just fill that out now. Got my clipboard right there. I might just fill out mine. I'm not going to get rid of you. You know this. Besides that, I didn't even know you were here, sis. I was reading this application for a travel trailer. Thought I'd get that done before I go and take a shower. Well, yes, we know this, but still, I spoke my own piece, you know. You said it yourself one time, they got to get rid of Moscow Mitch before they can get something passed, and he won't budge on anything. So, to me, I can't get rid of you. But still, I already got rid of a Trump troll yesterday. So, you know. Well, you can vote who you like. I said it myself. You're entitled to your opinions, and my opinion is I'm neutral on this. I'm not going to vote. I haven't even seen my voting thing yet, but 3 weeks ago in my early voting ballot, they haven't told me I can go vote early either, so. All right, so let's see. So I got an email on what I needed business-wise. I've been sending out some emails about money orders today, you know, because Chloe asked about that, you know, and so that was something I had to do, but you know, I didn't even know you were there, Pee-wee. I was not ignoring you either. I was filling out an application for a travel trailer, trying to fill out Chloe's, so I can make sure to scan it in eventually and then send it to this guy so he'd shut up. I mean, literally, we have more money than what we know what to do with, but still, we might not even get financing. So I said, well, let's try, you know. If we don't get approved, we don't go and see the guy. Plain and simple. Works for me, right? Well, you know, America will not be a socialist nation, but like I said, right now, the way I'm seeing it is we wait 22 more days and we'll know what's going to happen. That's what I said, but people are fucking getting their panties in a wad, I tell you. Even Chloe's getting in at panties in a wad over the Supreme Court justice. She's in her room with earphones on, watching everything she can about conspiracies. And me, I'm filling out an application for travel trailers, so you can see where my mind is set. Trailer right now. That's all I'm doing, you know. So, well, you're not a Trump troll. That's the thing. We've already agreed, Pee-wee, that we're not talking about politics till after the election. And if the Democrats do win, well, I've already accepted it. There's nothing I can do. I'm a peon. My vote is just one vote. You know this. Gail, of course, stimulus or no stimulus, I agree with both of you. The thing is, we're basically focusing on stimulus. We're not focusing on the election. If anyone wants me to focus on the election, I'll gladly do it, but I'm not going to focus on the election because to me, it's no point in getting my blood pressure high enough up, almost to stroke level, just to discuss this. Well, like I said, Pee-wee, the silent majority, from what I've read and all the comments, is the silent majority. But then again, I could be wrong. So, you know, but I'll eat crow after the election. That's what I guarantee I will eat. Well, I won't eat crow. I won't even eat bunny pellets. Oh, you got water. I thought you didn't have water. I was just worried about you, Boo Boo. Look, we already got rid of a Trump troll recently yesterday, but the point is the thing is once the election's over, we will discuss this in detail. But in the meantime, everyone needs to know the election is basically contention for everyone, whether it be for neutral parties, Trump parties, or even Biden parties. I just don't want to be part of it. All I want to do is help the American people get what they need to survive, and they're not getting it. And that's why I said we should have the debate about the American people that aren't getting what they need. Because frankly, that's what's going on in this world right now, anyways. So if Pee Wee wants to leave, that's fine. I can go finish up that travel trailer application I was working on Chloe and me. So, anyways, well, all I got to do now is just have Chloe put in her social security number and her thing and send it out. So that's the way it is. So I guess today's video is almost done, so I can actually go ahead and log off soon, take a shower. So it's the way it is, I'm going to stand by my statement and say it's not Nancy Pelosi's fault, but Mitch McConnell's. But I do agree that Mitch McConnell needs to be retired. The old fart should be quit playing politics with people's lives. I don't care if Donald Trump gets reelected or not. I just want fucking Mitch McConnell to fucking back the fucking bill and get people the money they need. And that's the real reason why I'm fucking angry. You guys need to know. I don't care about, hmm. Useless crap, I tell you. More useless political crap. Well, let's see what this is. Hold on. I'm reading something for you guys. Personally, I could care less about this whole shit talk over Comey Barrett, you know. So Chloe's worried about it, and I don't give a shit. The only thing I care about is why the American people are not getting their stimulus checks, you know, and their unemployment and their PPP loans. Instead, they're stuck with expended food stamps, no cash, and looking to be evicted for it. American people need to know that it's utter garbage, in my opinion. So, So I'm going to answer something since Pee-wee's not around right now. I have to go to I'll go to the bathroom after my answer. But the first thing she says, Democrats hate the president more than they hate the country. Well, that might be true, but the Democrats might just win too. So we have to put that into devil's advocate as well. We can't just go off of one-sided arguments either. And if she's a Trumpster, big deal. I told her it's fine if she's a Trumpster, pure and simple. Stimulus or no stimulus, I will again vote Trump. Well, let her vote who she wants. Same with Gail, same with Joe, same with anyone who votes for Trump. It's not my business. My business is the American people, not the election. Well, you don't know that. Pee-wee says America will not be a socialist nation, but if the fucking votes come in and Biden's our president, well, we have to accept a socialist nation or a communist nation or a Marxist nation or a communist nation. Thing is, we can't control it. We're peons. It's the electoral that makes the decisions. So, the other thing she said, it seems to me the silent majority is not silent. Well, thing is we got 22 days until we can actually debate this during election night. And when that happens, I'm going to be fucking drunker than a skunk. Because I guarantee you, that's my plan. The thing is we're talking about stimulus checks. We're not talking about the election, and we're not talking about Trump trolls. We're talking about fucking why Mitch McConnell ain't passing it in and saying that the Supreme Court comes first and them getting reelected comes second. We already know why. The Republicans believe in a V-shaped recovery, and I said this time and time again. I would love to see the fucking country completely collapse and everything goes to depression. Then it might teach these fuckers a lesson. I'm not talking about Biden being president and the massive depression. I'm talking about in general. So that's how I see it. So I'm going to use the restroom. Be right back. Used or new, as long as we have a roof over our head, that's all that matters. All right, everyone. So, anywho, there's 4 people watching. No one's telling us who's watching who. So, the thing is if someone wants to call my channel BS because I'm basically saying what I know for the stimulus side of things, and oh well. But we're not focusing on everything. And if we do get Biden, as my cousin Dinky and Corey says, we'll accept that. Same with my entire family. The thing is no one knows what's going to happen, okay, except God. And if God says Biden's president, we accept it. If God says Trump's president, we accept that. To me, I don't give a shit. What I care about is getting this fucking election over so we can move on for the next 4 fucking years. Plain and simple. So, here we go. So, since no one's chiming in about stimulus checks and Mitch McConnell basically not giving a shit and about you, the people, then I have nothing to do but tell you guys that I smell and I need to take a shower. So, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button so it's funny for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. Hit the bell notification for new content every day. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow.